All right. I have once again, dude. My sleep schedule is so fucking bad right now. Um, just the last couple days at least. I need to fix this whole thing. I need to like get on a regular schedule. I keep telling you guys I'm going to stream earlier so I can give you guys better time frames, and then I just don't do it. So I'm gonna have to one of these days really, just set myself up for like an 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock live stream because this is bad on my part. 67 sucks. What do you mean? I was about to go to sleep. Got to get up early tomorrow. Go for it, Goated. Listen, man. Don't let me keep you here. But free. Oh, I was gonna say free Andy. I was like, what is that? What the hell movement is that? But free agency? Yeah, it has, dude. It's been pretty crazy. A lot of movement. I've liked what my Jets have done so far. I still don't think they're gonna compete next year, but it's fun. Really big eyes you have. Do I? Yeah, I'm kind of like, I hate the Max Crosby trade. Why do you hate the Max Crosby trade, Link? Explain that to me. I think it's great. Raider Nation is back. All right, we're proclaiming Raider Nation back. Okay, but good night, guys. Hopefully, I'm gonna hop on. Yeah, I'll get in earlier tomorrow. Like I said, it's just a lot went on today. A lot went on yesterday. Um, I, I'm off work till Wednesday because of my shoulder. So I got some caught up on some sleep today. We got to talk about the free agency. Go for it. I mean, free agency's been nuts, man. Like a lot of people getting deals early. I think Elijah Vera Tucker can, go screw himself. Also, one thing people are idiots thinking the Chiefs are going to be good because of K9. He's all right. His value got propped up. Yeah, you know what it is? Goated. You know how I feel about running backs? I don't think running backs are that valuable that like getting a guy like Kenneth Walker, even if he was any good, really changes much of anything. But like you said, he got propped up because of the Super Bowl. He had a really good Super Bowl, and now everybody thinks he's like a world saver. I'm not big. I don't think running backs are very valuable to begin with. So I don't think that changes a ton. Yeah, like it's good to get a guy like in the open field. Sure, like he's better than the options they have, but I don't think that's saying much. Also, the Chiefs' offensive line is Creed Humphrey and the power of friendship. It is a very bad offensive line. Why are they saying the Raiders overpaid for their player from the Ravens? What do you mean? Like the Max Crosby deal? Because I love Max Crosby. I mean, Link, you got to look at it a little deeper than that, man. The Raiders did what they had to do. They got a lot back for a guy in Max Crosby that, for being realistic, probably isn't going to help them win in the near future. The Raiders are a team. Look, they could be good next year. They could be like not good, but like better than they were. But this Raiders team feels like maybe a 2 to 3 year plan, and I don't know if Max Crosby has that in him. So I think it was a great move. I think it was a good move for both sides. Now Brock Bowers is my glorious king. Bear. Got to move on to somebody. I just with the Raiders, I'm not totally sold on them being any good in the next couple of years. Thoughts on Brady as a part owner and a football analyst? It's just such a fucking it's such a bad look. I feel like I just think it's bad for the Raiders organization. I feel like it's not fair to them. And on top of the fact that he can't do anything, he's not allowed to be in any of the meetings or anything. He's not allowed to do anything like to do behind the scenes stuff. Just feels like he's doing two separate half-assed jobs. I feel like I would be angry if I was a Raiders fan, and I think the him being at Fox Sports and doing all that is just it's a conflict of interest, man. He shouldn't be doing both. Why get Mike Evans at age 32 to 35? Because he probably still has one more good year in him. SJ, what's up? I think Mike Evans still has some left in the tank. It's one of those things. You pay him for 3 years, but you're probably going to cut him after one. Can I tell you a joke? Go for it, Antoine. Whatever you want. Oh, am I? I'm all right, I would say. I'd say it's kind of brutal. I got to go get a car tomorrow. Are you rich, man? I'm looking a rich man to marry. Not me. You're a terrible GM. I'm a terrible GM? What do you mean I'm a terrible GM? You get one good year out of Mike Evans and you cut him. It's exactly what they're going to do. Tyler Lindenbaum, center for the Ravens. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a good deal. I think the Raiders needed help on the offensive line, and they traded a guy in Max Crosby that wasn't going to help them win anytime soon. There's two boys playing cats in New York City. A pit bull jumped off the leash and attacks one of the boys. Somebody that works for the newspaper comes by and interviews the boys. I break my wall when the Warriors and Raiders lose, so my wall is destroyed. Don't do that. It's not worth it. Sir, I think that hat might be a size big. What's wrong with it? What do you mean? What do you mean, Rassies? What are we talking here? Whoa, what's going on? Blue Waves Dave. Um, yeah, if you think I'm a terrible GM because I pay Mike Evans for a year, I just don't think you understand how the NFL works. The newspaper man interviews the boys and starts New York Jets fan saves friend from vicious animal. Is your hat big or head small? I'll let you decide. Thoughts on Arch Manning of Texas? Vic, I don't have high hopes for him yet. I think he needs to develop a little bit. You know, he makes a lot of bad throws when they're easy. Like his easy, he's not good at making like what's the word? He makes like easy throws complicated and misses a lot of easy reads and shit. Like I think he's somebody who can figure it out. He's a great athlete. He's got a high ceiling. He just got to polish himself up a little bit. The little boy says he's not a Jets fan. Big hat. Sorry if the years for Evans are guaranteed like Deshaun Watson. You're a great GM. Sorry. I mean, yeah, it's not if they're. I don't. They're not guaranteed. He's not. I think he's only guaranteed for 1 year, right? Let me see. I'll look right now. Yeah, it's only 1 year of it guaranteed. So, like, if Mike Evans has a bad year, they're going to cut him. It's that simple, and they're probably going to cut him one way or another. That means for sure the Raiders are getting Fernando Mendoza. It does. Brittany Sawyer, what's up? He said, I'm not. Wait, then he states again, little New York fan saves friend from Animal. He said, I'm not a Giants fan. I figured you were in New York. You either the Giants fan. Jets need to release the whole roster but Brees Hall. I mean, that's just not how you do things. Absolutely not. You don't keep a running back. Running backs are not worth it. Like, if anything, the opposite. Brees Hall should go and the rest of the roster should stick around. I trusted a fart and lost. Listen, we've all been there, man. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Sports, I wish I could be into it. That's all right. Hey, listen, core mankind, we're talking about everything here. You know, it just happened to be that we got into sports to start. You can talk about whatever you want. You want to talk about something else? Change the subject. Um, Seahawks lost Walker Super Bowl MVP. Doesn't like running backs don't mean anything. Like don't get me wrong. Like they can be slightly better. They can help. They're definitely. But if you have a running back that runs north south and doesn't fumble the football, that's all you really need. I don't think running backs are worth paying the second contract to. The Seahawks are not going to miss a step because they lost Kenneth Walker. It's not going to happen. It's just running backs are so like it sucks, man, because they take a beating. They really in their position is really like one that it's hard to do, and they absolutely take like the worst beating for not a very good return on investment. But I wouldn't pay a running back. There's no reason to do it. I was wrong. Sorry, man. Go 49ers. Dennis, you're good, man. I'm messing around. We could talk our shit. You could tell me I'm a terrible GM. I'm just. I appreciate the $2, man. We're fucking around here. We could talk our shit about sports. I got Santa Clara and St. Mary's on right now. But thanks for the $2, man. I appreciate that. Do you think aliens are interdimensional demons? Do I think they're demons? No, I just think I think it would be impossible to think that we're the only forms of life in this universe. I wouldn't say they're demons. I would say they're probably just different forms of life in different places. The rule in New York: if you root for the Mets, then you have to root for the Jets so you can handle the pain of both sucking. I don't think you have to, but I do. So I do handle the pain pretty well. 40 whiners, damn. Zane, what's going on? Max Crosby is going to regret going to Baltimore. I mean, I don't think the Ravens are going to be very good. I think, like I said, they needed some help on the defense, and they needed a pass rusher, defensive lineman type player like Max Crosby. So I think to go after it one more time is a good move for them. But I think you're right. I don't think they're exactly world beaters. I don't think they're going to do anything. You seen the video of the Giants GM son telling him to keep Barkley? I mean, that's a whole different thing, though, Tennis. Like, Saquon Barkley went to a situation in the Eagles where the Eagles had the best offensive line in football, maybe the best offensive line ever. And obviously a guy like Saquon Barkley who can, make people miss in the open field, he's getting to the second level without anybody touching him. Don't get me wrong. And then you saw it this year with Saquon Barkley, where he was not the same by any means. I don't think the Giants did the wrong thing letting Saquon Barkley go. It's just he went to a situation in the Eagles that was in their division with an offensive line that was probably the best we've ever seen. I think that combination it made it look bad for the Giants, but I don't think the Giants should regret it at all. As an MLB player, would you rather win 300 games or hit 500 home runs? Ooh, that's a good question. Probably win 300 games nowadays. It's so rare. I loved you on Iron Chef, Bob. What the fuck is that? Unity. Who beating this team? Quarterback. Did he? Why am I with all these people? Goon Stomper, what's up? I agree. Barkley overrated. I also think he tried harder for the Eagles and gave up on the Giants. Yeah, tennis. I don't think you're wrong in that, but I also think like he was getting pounded with the Giants every time he was running the ball. He'd have to break tackles in the backfield. Going from that to an offensive line like the Eagles, who literally he'd be at the linebackers before he was getting touched. Like I think it's just like it's a way that he stayed fresher probably, and he had like less of a burden on him. I think that helps big time. I think the construction of the team probably helped more than anything. Bark for 200 gifted? 200 gifted what? I'm so burnt out. What's going on, Goom Stomper? I heard one of the best players in the draft is running back, but you don't like running backs. I wouldn't draft him. I know you're talking about Jeremiah Love. I wouldn't take Jeremiah Love till like at least the second round. It's not worth it. How many likes to do Crocodile? What the hell? I don't even know what that is. Who will beat them? Who will beat who? Wait, who's beating who? My grandma could have run behind the Eagles line. That's the thing. You get any running back that just runs north and south, that runs straight forward and doesn't fumble, that they're probably running for 2,000 yards. Maybe not 2,000, but they're having a great season with the Eagles offensive line that year. FIFA World Cup in Seattle this summer. City will probably get burned down. They're having it in Seattle. The Jets have not been the playoffs in 15 years. Longest drought, worst defense in history last season. Do you see them making the playoffs anytime soon? Yeah, probably in 3 years when they get their five first round picks in the next 2 years. When you look at it, when you look at the way the Jets are constructed right now, it's not very good. They're not going to be good next year. But you look at the rest of this division. I'm not totally sold on Drake May being like some world-class quarterback. I think the Patriots had a really good roster. Had pretty much a free ride to the Super Bowl this year. You look at the Bills, Josh Allen, it's year after year the same thing of like getting to the playoffs and being an early exit. I don't know how much longer the Bills are gonna like. The Bills, they just never build a good enough roster around the guy. I think the Jets have a shot in like I don't know 3-4 years with like all these picks that they have and building a roster that maybe they could be in a spot where they can make the playoffs in a couple of years. Definitely not next year. It's not going to happen. But I think, obviously you got to hit on your draft picks too. That's a big thing. But I trust Darryl Muji. I do. Would you like to be my guest on my podcast? English with Janelle is a podcast about insightful conversations, life experiences, culture exchanges, and more. You have a podcast? I've always said I would do anybody's podcast. Janelle, if you want me to do your podcast, I have my email in my bio of the channel. Just reach out to me. I'll happily. I've always said if anybody has a podcast or anything and they want me on it, I would do it in a heartbeat. I think I would 100%, man. Reach out. I won $123 betting on sports today. Nice. Good for you. You remind me of Luigi without the mustache at that. I get that a lot. A lot of people say baby Luigi. Will New York football teams ever play in New York City instead of New Jersey? I think there's a chance with the Jets because their lease runs out with MetLife Stadium, I think, in 2029. And there were talks about them coming to Long Island, but there's no stadium in place. Like they'd have to build it overnight. It doesn't seem very likely, but if anything, it would be the Jets. Jets is that baseball team. It's football. My podcast is in my home. Come do it. See, I'm not doing any in-person podcasts in anybody's basement. But if you want me to do your podcast, please reach out to me. Are you ready for St. Patrick's Day? I'm fired up. I'm more fired up because it's really the beginning of March Madness. Alvin Kamara and Joe Mixon done? It seems like it. I mean, running backs, they don't have a good shelf life. Are you a Jets fan? What gave it away? Flea versus John Jones first to 3. And what? John Jones would kick the living shit out of me. There's not a lot of people that wouldn't kick the shit out of me. Okay, I'll do the podcast in your home. What's the address? Yeah. No, you're not coming to my home. I'm not going to your home. We could do it over the internet. But who was that? Like I said, Janelle, if you really want me to do your podcast, I would happily do it, man. Bro, I'm from New Jersey, and I hate the fact that we don't have our own team. We rely too much on Philadelphia and New York. I mean, Sans, that sucks, but you have the Devils. I wish the Nets never left Jersey, just because them being in Brooklyn makes no sense. They had their own identity when they were in New Jersey, but you have the Devils. You have a lot of college teams, but it does suck. Are you in the south part where it's Philly, or are you more north where it's New York based? When are you going to place your next bet? I don't know. I won tonight. I had Eastern Washington money line. That was fun. I gotta dig into the lines for tomorrow. I gotta dig into Ken Palm and do all the research that I do. What about Flay versus Ice Spice first to 3? Again, what are we playing here? Who do you want the Jets to take with the number 2 pick? I'm sorry, Fidel. I saw you asked me that before. I forgot to answer. I don't know. You got to see what they do in free agency. I think I think the Jets, they need to take somebody on the defensive end, obviously. They need as much defensive help as they can get. I've always been big on Caleb Downs, but I think now that they got Minka Fitzpatrick, it's not as big of a need. Um, they're probably going to draft, what's his face? What's the linebacker? I can't think of Sonny Styles or whatever. I really like that guy, and I think he fits with what the Jets desperately need right now. So I'd probably go him. That's just me. I'm in Central, which apparently doesn't exist. Okay, so you're like right on the border of like both. That's terrible. Um, where do you stand on the tush push controversy? I mean, my thing with the tush push is the way for it to be successful is the guard is false starting every time. I think if the NFL really wanted to get rid of it, they would just call the false start. Like they should start just calling it when they run that play, because you're pretty much the only way for that play to be successful is the guard moves before anything. Like if it's just a leverage on leverage thing, it's really just like, don't get me wrong, it's the offense with the advantage, but like for the way the Eagles are running it, they're false starting every time. They should just start calling it. Like they should be like really maybe have the refs just be like very nitpicky with what they're doing. Let's see. UCLA winning it all for basketball. Lock it in. I don't believe that. I will say, one of the teams I really like just lost in St. Mary's. I don't think they're going to win it all, but I do think St. Mary's is a team that can give teams trouble in the tournament, but they just lost to Santa Clara as I'm talking about that. What's up? Daniel Berry, what's up, man? Why are Android phones so nice, but you can't pull a girl with green text? Your thoughts as a single guy? I mean, I have an iPhone. I think it's more so, I think it's just like an ick. I don't know why it became such a thing that, to the public that like having an Android is a bad thing. Android phones are really nice, but I get it. It's much easier to communicate with people because most people have iPhones. It's a lot quicker. It's like basically instant messaging on an iPhone. So I don't know. I kind of get it. I kind of don't either. You look like you were raised in a basement by a family of mushrooms, and your vitamin D comes from the fridge bulb. I will say, I definitely need more vitamin D. I didn't really go outside today because I was inside resting. My fucking shoulder's so banged up, but you're right. I need to get outside a little bit. I'm a little bit pale right now. Is Elon Musk going to buy the Seahawks? I don't think so. I'm surprised Elon Musk wouldn't buy a team. Flay, you think Austin Matthews is leaving Toronto? I don't think so. I mean, like, how much longer is this contract? If I can't imagine he's going to go anywhere. He's like a god there. He's been there for so many years. I was surprised. I thought in free agency he was going to leave. There were a lot of rumors, and now that they're gone, it doesn't matter anyway. There were rumors about him like wanting to be a Coyote because he's from the Phoenix area, and he grew up a big Yotes fan. Like they were talking about that being a thing, which would have been cool. I think it would have been awesome for them to have like a real legitimate superstar. Raider Nation, we back, baby. Jess, you're big on your Raiders, huh? I respect it. How do you feel? What do you like? What moves do you like? What did they do that was big? And how do you feel about the draft? Hold on, I just gotta fucking. Called me, told me you needed a lawyer. Better call Saul, baby. How much is gas there by me? It's like, I don't know. It's like a little more than $3 right now. It's a little bit expensive. Leafs suck. Though losing Marner killed their franchise. I mean, they lost two really big time forwards like back to back in Zach Hyman and Mitch Marner. Like Marner, I think is a little bit better player. I think Hyman's, his numbers get inflated from playing with Connor McDavid. But yeah, it sucks, man. But that's the way the salary cap works in the NHL. The NHL is built that like you can't build super teams. Like it's the way it is. Except if you're the Vegas Golden Knights who figure it out somehow. Should get a bigger hat. That hat looks small. I know, man. John, you're really poking at my insecurities here, my guy. Fernando Mendoza. We got the best center in the league. The Raiders have made good moves. I think trading Max Crosby was a great move. Hat, what are you saying? I know top 50 player in tennis and have inside info. I'll share for free. What's the email? It's in my bio. It should be in my. Is it not there anymore? My YouTube bio. Let me say. That's the way. If you guys ever want to get in touch with me, like that's the way to do it. Where is it? Is it here still? Yeah, it's there. Also, I got to get back into the Discord. I keep forgetting about the fucking Discord, man, and it's bad. But where's your Islanders at? It's upstairs. Is it tough being a 5'2" guy? Personally, I wouldn't know. I'm a foot taller than that, so don't know. Can't give you the answer to that one. Not big, but small head. Yeah, it could be a small head, it could be a big hat. It's up to your interpretation there. The Raiders got way better and made other teams worse. I mean, the thing about the Raiders is like with that AFC West, I'm not totally sold on the teams that are there in terms of like the Chargers, the Broncos. Like the Broncos have a great defense. I'm not fully sold on them. I think like the Chiefs took a step back, but Patrick Mahomes, you never know, he could come back and make things happen. But I think the Chiefs, like the dynasty years, are gone. The Raiders have a shot these next couple of years, man, to like make a change and build around a guy like Fernando Mendoza. And if you're not totally sold on him, I know people aren't, and like I think for a little bit, like Fernando Mendoza is a big time prospect because of how bad the rest of the quarterbacks are, but he's still a great quarterback. Like the Raiders have pretty much free will to do whatever they want here. I feel sorry for you. Don't know how you do it, Jets Nation. It just doesn't hurt me anymore. There's a live stream dude named Johnny D who stole your big hat shtick. That's all right. I didn't like invent it. Honestly, I bought the big hat the first time and started streaming in it because I was like, people are gonna be like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?" But I don't like own the shtick. I think a lot of people do it. It's fair. Honestly, I see Gilly the Kid from Barstool do it all the time. I don't think he stole that from me. I don't think I was even. I probably was one of the first people to do this that I know of. I'm not saying I invented like a, but I don't think it's a thing. I don't think anybody stole it from me. I think it's a great I think it's great that people do it. I think your hat is a little too big for your head. It's a little bit. We need a GoFundMe for boobs. Okay. Now you're talking. Now you're talking my language here, tennis. Like a GoFundMe for boobs is something like I could get behind. Went to LA last week, bro. It's so disgusting. Hollywood would rather be in New York. Yeah, I mean that's like that comparison there is tough because it's like it's so similar. Like they're both kind of gross. Hollywood is terrible though. I went to Hollywood like 15 years ago. It was miserable. Like you hear all the glamour of Hollywood, Hollywood this, Hollywood that. It is a disgusting area. Is it your fault you find men more attractive than women because of politics? I don't find men more attractive than women. What? What's going on, Molly? Or your head is very small. I'll let you try to figure that one out. What do you think about the Dolphins signing Malik Willis? I liked Malik Willis. I wanted the Jets to get him. I felt like he was the best quarterback available. Good on the Dolphins. I think they made a good decision. Like, is Malik Willis isn't exactly proven, but I think he showed enough last year to get the shot to be a full-time starting quarterback in the NFL. Jetty Bowers, Mendoza, and a lot of great pieces with the best coach last. Oh, dude, Jess, I didn't mean to call you a dude, but I think Clint Kubiak is one of the best hires. I was hoping he would be available next year when the Jets inevitably fire Aaron Glenn, but he's gone now. I think it was a great hire. Oh my God, have you seen the Minnesota Vikings football? That quarterback, what a big baby. Which quarterback? Who are you talking about? McCarthy? My friend, I like this, Ronnie. Okay, this is good. I see what you're doing here, and I'll read it anyway. My friend Isaac Dick needs a shout out. Shout out Isaac Dick. Did the Falcons sign to it? Did they officially? I remember them. I think they did. I think they got him for 1 year. Is your head small or is the hat big? I can't tell. I'm gonna let that mystery, I'm gonna let that mystery run. I think I emailed you. I'll check it out. Hey, it's my cousin's birthday. Can you give your cousin a shout out? That one I'm not gonna read. Would you rather eat Lisa Ann boobs or Brandy Love ass? Lisa Ann boobs. I'm not gonna eat ass. Not gonna happen. Especially like a porn star's ass. Like that seems ridiculous. That hat is perfect. Thanks, Molly. I appreciate that. Hollywood is worse now than 15 years ago. Gas is close to $6 a gallon now. I mean, like I said, I always wanted to see Hollywood because of the movie stars and the movie sets and all that stuff. So like we went and we checked it out, and it was like the worst section of town there is. It is gross in the Hollywood area of Los Angeles. Are you streaming on July 22nd? Dude, I don't even know what I'm having for breakfast in the morning. I don't know what I'm going to be doing on July 22nd. What's July 22nd? Penis for fingers or fingers for a penis? Oh, that's a good question. I think fingers for a penis kind of could work a little bit better. Like a penis fingers, like I don't think anybody would be like that would just be terrible. I think a finger for a penis makes more sense. Fingers, but like when you say fingers, do you mean like multiple penises? Like what are we talking here? Nice hat, thanks, man. Who rebuilds faster, the Jets or the Dolphins? I think the Jets are in a little bit better situation because of the draft picks they have. I would probably lean the Jets, but they have to hit a home run on the picks. They have to. It's crazy how much YouTube can influence a person who put on that retarded hat. Huh. I mean, listen, you came here, you're watching my stream because of it, and that's fine. You give me the watch hours, you're just bettering my career here. I call it a career. Um, are you streaming on April 14th? Yeah, I don't even know what April 14th is. Hey, Henry, sup, dude? Henry? Who the fuck is Henry? Oh, your birthday's July 22nd. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on July 22nd. Would you rather eat hamburgers or hot dogs at a football game? I know hot dog at baseball game. I'm a big hamburger at games guy. I like a good hamburger at a game. Hot dogs are cool, but it is what it is. Full of, but yeah, no, honestly, Hollywood was just a terrible area. The last sporting event I attended was the MAC tournament in Atlantic City. It was Merrimack and Sacred Heart, and then what was the late game? I forget. Fairfield and St. Peter's. It was pretty cool. It's no one finger, but it's like a small malnourished finger. Oh, see, that's tough. That's tough to work with. But I think having penis fingers is just not going to be good. There's nothing good about that. If you're into Hollywood and movies, tell me your favorite Tyler Perry movie. None of them. Do you remember that time when we went to Big J's house to buy some chilies, and then we went to Santa Monica to sell our mixtapes? I don't think that was me. I've never had a mixtape. I don't think anybody would want to hear me rap. So no, not me. Your hat's too small. I know, man. It's really a self-conscious thing. When you tell me my hat's small, it really hurts me. Yes, McCarthy, he's totally ruining it for the entire team. I watched him play, and it's like he's afraid to catch the ball, wake up, catch the ball. He's throwing. I mean, the thing about JJ McCarthy is that for some reason the Vikings put way too much stock in him. I was never that high on him. I didn't think he was an NFL level quarterback, and for some reason they that didn't work out. Like it just was. He's just not the guy. Like for some reason the Vikings thought he'd be the guy because he won a lot of games. He was never the reason that Michigan was winning games. Who's your quarterback? Is he any good? We don't even have one right now. How did Tank for Tua work out? Not very good. I mean, Tua had a couple good years there where, like, he fit very well into Mike McDaniel's system, but it fell off quickly. His injury problems. I worry about Tua, man. Play fuck any hater. You're a real G. Enjoy your content. I'm having a great time here, Ozans. I appreciate that. Are you streaming on June 12th? What's June 12th? My name is Dix. I love no joke. What do you mean? Buy yourself something pretty or a Four Loco. I don't really care. Alex, I appreciate the $4.99. Thank you. I'm probably going to buy myself a Four Loco. You said something pretty or a Four Loco. I'm probably going to go Four Loco. And then it's going to turn everybody pretty, if you know what I mean. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for the $4. See, there you go. Starting again, Flay. What do you mean? I just don't like Tyler Perry movies. I got to go. Bye. Link, have a good one. Favorite porn star on board? Good question, Tennis. I don't really have a favorite porn star. I've always been big on, like, if you're going to watch porn, I kind of find whatever's on, like, the main page. Like, maybe I hit page, like, 7, and then I just click on something. I don't watch the credits, so I don't know the people's names. Like, I usually don't get that far. He's too young, McCarthy is. I just don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's very good. Like, but Alex, thank you, man. Why do you like talking about penises? I don't get it. Somebody asked me if I'd rather have penises for fingers or a finger for a penis. It's a very important question here, Mike. Where does Tyreek Hill go? I don't know if Tyreek Hill plays another down in the NFL, honestly. I think an injury like that for a guy as fast as him and at this point in his career, I don't know if he ever comes back. Have you ever burnt the bean? I don't even know what burnt the bean means. I'm kind of scared to find out. Have you ever seen the clown in the grocery store that hides from gay people? No, I haven't. Hat, little big, man. Yeah, it's a little bit too big. You order an extra large on fucking Temu, and this is the kind of shit they send you. John Smithy, what's up, man? I have a canker sore in my mouth, and it hurts like a motherfucker. Dude, that's miserable. That's something like you can't even eat anything without it being horribly painful. I'm sorry to hear that. Bet you've never even watched the Tyler Perry movie. This is what we were talking about. I mean, I've seen, like, Medea is like a Tyler Perry movie. I didn't think it was very good. I've seen it a bunch of times. It's always on, like, Stars or whatever when I was growing up. I never found it funny. Would you be a better baseball or basketball announcer? Probably baseball. I think basketball is a little bit too fast-paced for me. I don't think I'd be able to handle it. Those guys are way too talented to, like, especially the hockey announcers are the craziest fucking, like, I don't know how they do that. Like, how they're so good at announcing hockey games. It's just constant action. I don't think I could do that fast. I don't think my brain would work that fast. Burnt the bean means burn your coffee. I don't think that's what it means. I would imagine it doesn't. Hopefully you guys don't pick up Geno Smith. I'm scared of that. I am terrified of Geno Smith. I can talk shit about everybody else's quarterback. The Jets are not going to get a quarterback that's worth anything. It's going to be like somebody really shitty, and the Jets are going to be bad next year. So I could talk shit about every other quarterback, but really, in reality, I know the Jets are going to have the worst quarterback in the NFL next year, whoever it is. I root for Green Bay Packers. They have a pretty solid team. Yeah, the Packers have a solid roster, for sure. Um, I think they underachieved big time last year, but also Micah Parsons getting hurt didn't help that. I'm trying to brush my teeth and eat some food, and I'm attacking the canker sore. It's hurting like a piece of shit right now. SGA, that sucks, man. It's brutal. Shout out Wilma Dickfit. Would you rather be with a girl who was a boy or a boy that was born a girl? I don't. Neither. I don't want either. That's a good. That's actually a good question though, but neither. I'm good. Tyreek Hill will never play again. I don't think he will either. He's just like what is he? 31, 32, just had a major leg injury. Even for like his own sanity, he's made so much money in the NFL that like why rush back? Why even like try to rehab yourself and get back like and not be 100%, like for an injury that was as bad as his, just like he should take his time right off in the sunset, man. Gino got to redeem himself for getting punched. Yeah, that totally derailed his career here in New York. Big ass hat, hell yeah. I was eating a bagel today for breakfast and I was trying to avoid it going up against the canker sore, and then it went against it. I couldn't eat my bagel. That sucks. Well, hopefully it gets better. I don't know how to treat those. Tyreek Hill stopped trying hard. Karma. I mean, I don't think he stopped trying hard. I just think like, he got hurt. It sucks. That's a cool hat. Too bad it's the Jets. Dude, being a Jet fan sucks ass. Like, you can't hurt me with talking shit about the Jets. I've always said that. Like, say whatever you want. Like, you can say, like, oh, the Jets suck, man. I know. I've dealt with it my whole life, and it's the worst fucking thing that's ever happened to me. Shout Guy Inami. NYU women's basketball team has won 82 games in a row. It's so impressive, man. You know what? Like, I was talking about that last night, Vic. Like, how it's 82 now. How they've won games. Like, they win all these games. They're such like they're a Division III school where there's no athletic scholarships, and the university is so expensive to get into. Like, to attend. It's very impressive that they've built such a good program there. Thanks for being a friend. Of course, SJ, I got you. Tell a joke, hat, man. You think I got jokes? You think like my whole life's a joke, man? I don't know. I don't know why I went with that, but I'm more of a reactionary type. Like I don't have jokes like off the fucking dome. I saw a good joke today. I'm trying to remember it. So somebody told a really good joke, and I heard it like in a comedy show, and it was very funny. Um, Whoever said that last comment, do you know that it is a fact every human is born a female? Well, yeah, that's why everybody has an X chromosome. Like, technically, when you're a sperm, you're a female, right? Like technically, like you either, or is it the other way around? Hold on. Am I saying that wrong? Well, no, it's true. It's why we have nipples. I know for a fact. But everybody when they're a sperm is technically a female. You develop into a male. You gain the Y chromosome. Thanks for the happy poop, SMT. Gave you everything. Had a Bialy. I left, but had to come back for this big ass hat. I get it, man. Gay. All right, still by you. Thanks. Best response you could have given him is my life is a joke. You win. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the happy poop. I'm trying to catch up on chat, guys. I'm sorry. Like we all have an extra Y chromosome at birth. Yeah. Is it that the females? No, it's that the females lose the Y chromosome. I don't know. That's the best hat I've ever seen. You should get one, man. It's a Noggin Boss hat. They have every team. The pain is my canker sore got better. That's good. Shout out Murder She Wrote. Murder She Wrote. Dicks are just elongated clits. Listen. Would you rather be a Division I bench player or a superstar on your D3 team? Be honest. I think it depends on a lot of things there, Tennis. But just for like the clarification of the question, I'm not going to break it down any farther. Probably a superstar on D3. I feel like it's a more fun thing to play and be very good. But obviously, if you want to break it down, like it depends on like what school, like what I go to school for. If I'm getting a scholarship at the D1, there's a lot of things. But I think like if we're just going to keep it simple, D3 superstar. Yeah, we're all initially female in the womb. Yeah, I couldn't remember which way it was, but yeah, we're all female, and like males just develop. Have you ever taken a DNA ancestry test? I haven't, and I won't. I refuse to. Not that I'm going to commit any crimes, but just the fact that like the FBI can use like, God forbid, like I'm in a fucking open field and I happen to sneeze next to somewhere where somebody fucking drops off a dead body. Like, I don't need Ancestry.com being the reason I get fucking arrested. I'm paranoid like that. I don't fuck with that shit. Like the fact that like the FBI and like all these agencies can use that data, I'm good. I always look back at the bowl and examine my state of stool. You always have to. Freeman McNeil and Al Toon were good. You know what's funny, Fidel? Like I know those kids very well. They're a good family. He was unbelievable. Way before my time, but unbelievable running back. You're the greatest person and have such a great heart. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Bros hat killing me. No hate. Oh, dude, none taken. I appreciate it. Listen, you can hate on me all you want. I find it funny. I genuinely, when you guys come in here and roast me, I think it's hilarious. Like, I'm wearing a big ass hat. Like, what do I expect? I'm not gonna expect people to come in here and just be like, "Hey, man, you look great." Of course, I'm expecting people to go, "What the fuck is going on there?" But I appreciate that, man. Curran Blair. Paul Skeens pitched today. Dodgers next pitcher. I saw he pitched. I don't know. We'll see. When I had chemotherapy, my stools looked like straight up science experiments. What do you mean by that? It's on your door and wants to go live for live with you. What do you do? If you say no, he sniffs your hair. You think I wouldn't have Joe Biden on my live stream? If Joe Biden ever called, like, whatever, got in touch with me and was like, "Hey, Flay, I want to be on your stream," he's in 100%. Joe Biden, I would fucking have him here in 2 seconds. Fucking former president, without a doubt. You're going to get arrested for being a Jet fan. Is that illegal nowadays? That's a tiny ass hat dog. I know, man. I wish I got a bigger one. Stop going live late, you hooker, dude. Derek, I'm off tomorrow again. I gotta get a new fucking car tomorrow. It's very annoying process. My fucking transmission blew on the way back from Atlantic City. My fucking awful. Is what it is. What are you gonna do? I bought a Nissan Sentra a bunch of years ago, and like I've told you guys that like I'm somebody who, when it comes to cars, I buy a car and like I don't have a flashy ass car. I never will, and I like to drive the car until it fucking blows up because I think it's the best ROI, the return on investment. Like, and I did it this time. This time my fucking Sentra blew up. So I mean everything I say 100%. I mean everything. I want to make people feel good. SGA, I appreciate you, man. Hey yo, how you doing, dog? Picky Dink, how we doing? I'm fucking chilling. I'm chilling here. My mom makes a really good grilled vegetable and chicken risotto. That sounds phenomenal. If you were a baseball manager, what percentage of your decisions would rely on analytics? I mean, I don't know how deep the analytics would be, Vic. I think like it would be kind of a 50-50 thing. I think like you got to think about things in terms of like lefty righty splits and like bullpen. I'd be more so strategic with like lineups and stuff. I think that would be more so what it is. But a little bit of analytic stuff, like in terms of like spray charts, where guys hit balls, and like where to position the defense, I think I would use it for. I don't know how analytic I would get because I think like I hate when like teams get too analytic with like pitchers and like pitches they throw because I think someday I pitched my whole life. I know some days you have better stuff than others, like certain pitches are working better. I'd kind of lay off the pitchers with the analytics, but like the defense where they're standing, I would probably that's about it. Thoughts on Minka Fitzpatrick trade? I'm happy about it. I think, Minka Fitzpatrick, he's not a spring chicken anymore by any means, but I think the Jets needed that sort of leadership on defense. They've been lacking it for a long time. I think it's a good fit. And they needed a safety desperately. What's your favorite you've been to? Robert Moses on Long Island. Actually, hold on a minute. My favorite beach. Robert Moses is great. Honestly, Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach is my favorite beach. That like Dewey Beach is a great beach town, but the beach itself sucks ass. How would you like to have a live stream? Have Joe Rogan on your live stream? Dude, any celebrity. I would have almost anybody that's any sort of famous on my live stream. I don't care. Like Joe Rogan, absolutely. What are you kidding? I'd be insane to turn down that opportunity. Skeens was amazing. He was. What year, Sentra? It was a 2014. When I tell you I run these things into the ground, I run them into the ground. I don't like buying new cars. I don't like having, and that thing was fucking old as shit. It was a 2014 Sentra. They have transmission issues. I looked it up. Apparently, it's a car that like doesn't like last very long because the transmission sucked. It's amazing mine lasted as long as it did. But I work like literally down the road from where I live. Like I'm legitimately, I pretty much walk to work every day. I don't really use the car for much other than road trips, so I got the most of it. I got the most out of it. It's time for me to buy a new car, and I'm happy about it. I've needed a new car. I've talked about getting one. I don't like change. I'm not a big change guy. Like I could be a fucking millionaire. I'll drive the same car until it fucking dies out. Sorry guys, I'm catching up on chat. I cooked myself. What do you mean? How did you feel about Larry Fitzgerald? Like 10 years ago, I was born and named a Chiefs fan, man. So it felt great grilling everybody with your mom's grilled cheese. What the hell? What was that? The Raiders picked up 7 players today. The Cowboys 0. Cowboys got Rashawn Gary, didn't they? Jets find GOAT Tua. Tua's going to Atlanta, isn't he? Jets are cooked, bro. I'm sorry. You root for tough franchises. The Jets have 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years. Far from cooked. Shout out to Jerry. Have you ever tried a Bialy? I've never tried a Bialy, but they look good. Never had one. They do look very good. How about Vladimir Putin? If Vladimir Putin wanted to come on my live stream, he would like. What do you think I'm going to say? No. That would be like. Imagine I could say like I'm live with Vladimir Putin. Like, do I think the guy is a good guy? No, but like I'm gonna have him on my live stream if he wants to be on my live stream, 100%. How do you feel about the Minka Fitzpatrick trade? I think it's a good trade. Like I said, I think the Jets needed the leadership in the secondary. I think like they desperately needed a safety. He's not a spring chicken anymore. He's not some young safety. Like he's not the superstar Minka Fitzpatrick he once was. But they needed a guy like that to quarterback their defense. They've had a miserable defense for 2 years now. They Something like that is like a culture change in my opinion. Jets will bust on 3 of the 5 draft picks. I mean, getting 2 really good draft picks is going to be better than what most teams are going to do anyway. So, hey, if Mamdami was a guest on your live stream, what would your first question be? Honestly, I don't think I would even ask him anything about politics. I don't think I would go into that. Like, if I had any politician on, I'd rather talk other things. I'd ask him, like, what his favorite, what's his go-to, like, restaurant in the city and shit. I wouldn't want to get into the politics side. I've said before, like, I wouldn't have voted for Zoran Mamdami. I'm not from the city. I don't live in the city, so I don't get a vote. But, like, I still think he seems like a pretty cool and interesting dude. I'd love to have a conversation with him. How many leprechauns are left? You think I know? Bro, we hooked up the defense. I like what we did. I think Minka Fitzpatrick, we got a couple good pass rushers. I think the Jets did a great job. I think they set themselves up for this draft where they have a lot more flexibility. You can draft a guy like Sonny Styles that you desperately need in the middle of that defense. You remember me? It's LJ's Toy Shop. I've changed a lot. Damn, you have. What's going on, LJ? I remember you, of course. I don't know. You said something about your mom's grilled cheeses, so I attempted to make a joke. Did I say something about my mom's grilled cheeses? I don't remember doing that. Flip your hat over and it could be a beer cooler. It could. Listen, if I brought it to a game, I could absolutely stick a couple beers in here. Do you believe the earth is flat? I do not. Do you fart in the shower or do you poop in the shower? Personally, I do both. I'll fart in the shower. Jordan Tyson. I think, like I said, I think the Jets did a lot of good. You and John Cena could make a good live and have Cena answer some weird questions from your chat. I think more celebrities should do this YouTube style chat because, like, honestly, you guys come in here and roast me and shit and come up with like the weirdest questions, which is so much fun. Like, honestly, I find it so funny. You can come in here, you can tell me I look like a pussy, whatever. I don't get offended. Like, I think more celebrities should do shit like this, like these YouTube short streams, because the comment section is just out of control and like it's such good, like it's so good. It's like, to me, it's so enjoyable. It's why I'm excited to come here every night. I want to see what people have to say about me, and it's always something insane. Bought my new song, brother. I would love some feedback. Cruise Control by White Line. Cruise Control by White Line. Let's see. Okay, I was going to say, I can't believe that got through. Mr. EBT. Do I look like I get EBT? Hey, pal, you look like a skinny Tim the Tap Man. Dude, Zess, I appreciate that. I'm definitely... I've always said... that Tim the Tap Man is actually one of my what do you call it? He's one of my like inspirations for doing this. Tim the Tap Man is somebody that I've always watched, and he was really one of the first streamers I really got into. And I've always like kind of had that Tim the Tap Man vibe where that's the guy. Like, if anybody said asked who my inspiration was for like who I look up to when it comes to the streaming world, it'd be Tim the Tap Man, 100%. Do you listen to Florida Georgia Line? I wouldn't say like I listen to them. I would say more so like if they're on, I wouldn't turn them off. Colts keeping Alec Pierce and getting Aiden Key and trading Michael Pittman. Good move. I think the Colts did okay today. I think they did what they could. Would you rather eat whatever you want to and die at 70 or eat healthy and live till 95? I'm eating whatever I want. Die at 70. Death. Get a job? I mean, you're up at 2:30 in the morning watching my stream. What makes you think I don't have a job? I gotta fucking go get a car tomorrow. Very annoying. Very annoying process, but what are you gonna do? I busted to Tim the Tap Man. Oh, fuck yeah. That sounds amazing. Freeze-dried on seaweed is actually pretty good. Freeze-dried what? What are we talking about? Thoughts on Kenneth Walker to KC? I don't, like, it doesn't move the needle for me. Like, I'm not big on running backs, Derek, but I think, like, for a team like Kansas City, they've had trouble with running backs recently. Like, none of them, like Kareem Hunt, Isaiah Pacheco, they needed to go get somewhat of a big name. I think it's a good move for them, but I don't think Kenneth Walker is going to, like, light the world on fire. I don't think he's going to change the Chiefs. Would you choose Fernando Mendoza on your team? 100%. I would. If the Raiders passed up on Fernando Mendoza, the Jets should fucking run to the podium and grab him. Like I said, I don't know if Fernando Mendoza is like the top tier quarterback prospect from like in other years if he was coming out, but he's so much better than the rest of the quarterbacks in this draft that it makes him so much more valuable. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's going to be a solid NFL quarterback for sure. Do you like maple spam with scrambled eggs? Maple spam. I don't like spam at all. There was a homeless man at the World Baseball Classic, which was between USA and Mexico. He was wearing a shirt that said 6 plus 4 plus 3 equals 2. And he was homeless. It's a pretty fire shirt for a homeless guy. Leprechauns are elusive. There's no way of knowing how many there are. Very true. Yeah. There's no way of knowing if there are any. What's the spread, you degenerates? The spread on what? What spread we talking here? You know me. I'll dive right into it. I've been up fucking massive lately on college basketball betting. Dude, it's a fun activity. But what spread we talking here? Good move from the Dolphins signing Willis. I agree. I think Malik Willis was the best free agent quarterback available. And the Dolphins made a good move going and getting him. You know, they needed a quarterback. They take a chance on a guy like Malik Willis who showed a lot. Chinese baseball. Like I said, I think like if ESPN and stuff started showing more international sports, like these companies like DraftKings and shit should like be trying to get these networks to like have games like Russian basketball. Like, you know how many more people would get into like watching this shit and trying to bet on it? Like these companies would make a killing. And it would be something to watch in the middle of the night. I wouldn't be betting on it. I couldn't do that. I like your stream. You're so chill, down to earth. Don't get mad about anything. We need more streamers like you. That's why I'm subbing. I appreciate that, Chris Station. Thank you. Honestly, I always said if you can't stream and take the heat from people, like if you can't have people talking shit about you, like you shouldn't stream. It's just I hate those streamers that like ban everybody, like, oh, you look like shit, and they're banned, like ban. Like, don't do this then. If you can't handle that, you don't belong fucking streaming. No, what's the spread? Is in spread for food? I got nothing right now. I haven't eaten anything all day, honestly. I didn't eat today. I like haven't been hungry. That's when you know you hit rock bottom when you start betting crazy shit. Dude, Lacosta, it's crazy to me. I think I told the story. Did I ever tell the story about my buddy during COVID? I had a buddy who, like, I ran into him at Walgreens, right? And I hadn't seen him in a couple years. I played baseball with him in high school. And he was telling me that he's gotten into, like, betting on Ukrainian ping pong. And I'm like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? So he was showing me all this stuff. And, it's fucking COVID. There's nothing going on. I'm like, all right, man, I'll watch one of these matches if you tell me, like, who you're betting on. Dude, he was like, he gave me every single person. Like, he gave me, like, a winner for every match, and I didn't take it. I'm like, this is such rock bottom that I'm not doing it. But I watched it. He lost, like, $400, like, betting on Ukrainian ping pong. I'm like, dude, you can't have a sports book. I'm like, you should not have this. It was so bad, but I was entertaining him on it because I'm like, oh, yeah, you know what else am I doing? I'll watch this shit and see what happens, but I didn't bet on it because that would be insane. Apparently I can think I'm a kid trying to join chat so they talk shit about me. Yeah, I love it. I love throwing down. Fuck yeah. Hi, Flay. Say hi to my cat. What's your cat's name there, SGA? I get banned everywhere. I'm stuck here. Listen, Tennis, you're welcome here. I like you, Tennis. You bring a little bit of spice. Like, you sometimes get me worked up. Like, you'll say something and it's like, I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But it's in a good way. Like, you get me fired up. And I love you being here. Stop being a fucking idiot and going all day with no food. Honestly, Derek, it's not that I went all day with no food. It's that my sleep schedule is fucked up. Like, I can't sleep to begin with. I'm probably gonna. Oh, I have leftovers. Fuck, I should eat like after the street. No, it's fucking two. What am I talking about? It's 2:30 in the morning. I'll eat breakfast in the morning. Ukrainian ping pong, dude. It was crazy, Lacosta. I could not believe it. Like he was just diving into it. Either that or I take the hydrode, work handicapped, as a young kid, and they're totally like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. How long have you been gay? See, that's the kind of shit that makes me laugh my ass off. How long have you been gay? I'm not gay. You woke up one day and you have the same amount of money as Elon Musk. What's your first move? I'm buying the Jets, baby. I am purchasing the New York Jets. I'm giving Woody Johnson an offer he can't refuse, and I am purchasing the Jets. I work for myself because I piss off bosses. Well, that's a good thing. You should. Honestly, Tennis, I think that's a very good trade. If you piss off your bosses, like, obviously, if like it's different if you're not doing work. But if you're like somebody who stands up to the bosses and you work for yourself, I think you've made it. That's what I need to do. I need to fucking work for myself. Jokic is better than LeBron all the time. I think Jokic is better than Jordan all the time, too, if we want to get into it. By the time he's done, I think Nikola Jokic is going to be the best player of all time, and then Wemby is going to be the best player of all time. Will it ever get better? Yeah, Bingy guy. I'll say it will get better. You know what it is, Bingy guy? I know you're asking. To make fun of a Jets fan is so low. Jerry, you couldn't make fun of me. You could try. It just doesn't hurt me anymore. It won't do it. You know what it is, Bingy guy? That's a very broad question. Will it ever get better? I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna give some insight here. It does get better and it doesn't. Things are going to suck one way or another. You got to get through every single day. It's about how you handle it, man. When you're truly happy, something so minor like, like car troubles or whatever, like I have. Like I blew a transmission yesterday. I got to go get a new fucking car. It sucks. Like, am I better about, like, I'm happy right now in my life. Like, I'm just like, whatever, man. I got to go get a new car. I think it's like happiness is like, it's a mindset, man. Like if you keep, I could tell you for a fact, I could tell you from my perspective, if you keep saying like, okay, if I have this, I'll be happy. If I have this, I'll be happy. You're never going to be happy. Like I used to say like, hey man, like if I make $1 million, I'll be happy. Like like the job I have now, I've always said, once I get this job, once I get money, once I get income, I'll be happy. And I'm not happy. I wasn't happy for a while because like I was letting it fucking affect me that more and more and more. You got to be content with your situation. You got to be happy with it. And maybe not content, like always look to grow, but be happy with how far you've grown. How about that? That's what I'm trying to say here. So will it get better? Only if you let it get better. So you wouldn't help the people who are hungry if you had that money? Well, priorities, Derek. I'm buying the Jets first. Like, would I help the people that are hungry? Probably. I would do some shit like that. I would donate a little bit, but priorities, man. The people that are hungry are the Jets fans dying for a Super Bowl. Do you still sell perks? Do I still sell perks? 230, are you in the Midwest as well? How would you feel if Elon Musk changed the name of the Jets to X just like, could you imagine? Honestly, there'd be a part of that that's kind of funny. I don't think that's like, if you just changed the name of the Jets to X and had them wear black uniforms, it would feel like how my soul feels rooting for them. Good evening, my African queen. My cat's name is Buster. Yo, what up, Buster? My African queen is crazy. What? What are we talking about here, man? I cracked my back. Tom Brady refused to trade Max Crosby to the Patriots before the trade happened with Ravens reports came out earlier. Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I wonder why. I'm not really sure what the deal is there. Maybe there's still some bitter feelings from Tom Brady with like the whole end of his career. Um, I think, who knows? I'm not content with my situation. Being disabled is not fun, not even asking for much. I just want to be normal. I don't want to be a super athlete or super strong. I just want to be normal. You know what, Rin? I'm going to say something to you. It sucks that you're disabled, and I don't know what your disability is. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Um, it sucks. It's terrible. Like you got dealt a shitty hand for sure, and I understand that things are tough, but you got to find your purpose now. Like you got to find your thing that keeps you going. You got to find your way that like what gets you through each day. Like yeah, it sucks that you have like a disability and you can't like maybe you can't do what you would once could, but it's about pivoting. I look at it from my perspective. My happiness used to be, playing sports, being an athlete, being a baseball player. My arm's shot. I can't pick up my arm anymore. Like I'm not saying it's the same thing. I understand your disability is a very tough thing. Like I pivoted to other things, like um, and I can't even think of anything off the top of my head. But like now my purpose has changed, where it's like about trying to make money, trying to stream, trying to do this, trying to do that. Like it sucks that you have a disability. I'm not sitting here trying to say I understand what you're going through because I don't. I have no idea. But you got to find your purpose. You got to find what's going to keep you going. Like maybe join join some sort of Paralympic stuff, like whatever. I don't know what your disability is. You need a bigger hat. I know. I got a joke for you. I heard rumors. You dog. You used to hit on men often. Two-way. Paul Berry said you shared the same coffin. Wait, what? A joke for you. I heard rumors you were. Wait, I am so confused. Just know I had Chad Hanna's address, and my name is Matt. I don't know who Chad that is. Irish King, what's up, man? How have you been doing? How'd you do tonight? I fucking had one bet tonight. It went fucking primo. Eastern Washington on the money line. I almost had a heart attack on them, but we won. We move on. I've been red hot lately. I don't know who that is. Who the hell is Chad Hanna? We have tomcats. I made a joke when one of our cats escaped and he was looking curiously in our neighbors. I was peeping Tom is funny. That's good. That's a great joke. Damn, Molly. You should fucking be a stand-up comic. That's great. I don't know who that is. Who the fuck is that? Look him up? Am I going to be upset when I look him up? I don't know who that is. He's a gay streamer? Yeah, I don't know. Never heard of him. I'm black when you buy me, red when you use me, and when I'm white, you throw me away. What am I? I'm black when you buy me, red when you use me, I'm white when you throw me away. What am I? I have no idea. Yo, Flay, why do you enjoy watching 300-pound midget port every Friday night? Reports came out on CNN. I mean, Derek, I told them very specifically that I was watching it because you were raving about it so much in chat that I was like, let me see what Derek's talking about. Let me see why Derek is so into this stuff. Let me see why, my good pal Derek is watching this stuff all the time. Charcoal? Oh shit. Stop going live when I sleep. Sorry, Joe. I apologize, man. I'm off tomorrow because I got to get a fucking new car. So my schedule is all messed up. So I just went live. What current athlete would you most like to have on your live stream? What current athlete would I most like to current athlete? Let me think about that. It's a good question. Honestly, Shohei Ohtani. Give me Ohtani on the live stream. Let me talk to him. I think he's the most like worldwide superstar. I think it would be a big deal. I'm more for the cloud here. I would talk to a guy like Ohtani because I think he'd be interesting, but also like the clout. What is going on? What in the early 2000s Android slider is going on here? Yeah, Joe, listen, man, my schedule's all fucked up. My fucking transmission blew today, or yesterday, excuse me, so I got to go get a car tomorrow. What gets wetter as it dries? Ooh, I'd love a riddle. Welcome. Wait, what? Let's address the elephant in the room. What do we got here? Flay, would you bootlick? What? Would I booklet? Give you corrupt APAC money? Would I bootlick them? No. No, I don't do that shit. I'm not gonna sit here and what's the word? I'm not gonna sell out like that. I would sell out, but not that hard. Morning from London. What's going on? Lisa Marie Pilati? Is that like or is that just your name, Pilat? Would you rather see LeBron twerking or Helen Keller oiled up? I mean, probably Helen Keller. Why am I even thinking about that? Your transition wasn't complete? What do you mean? That damn hat. One chip challenge is lame and tame. If this live gets 50 likes, Flay will try the one chip challenge. I did a one chip challenge recently. It really wasn't that bad. I don't think it was as bad. Like, maybe it was a defective chip. It was, like, outdated, but we'll see. Yeah, you got to go Helen Keller there. No, I do Pilates. Nice. Well, that's fun. Like, do you do it on YouTube or? Wait, that sounded. Hold on. That sounded. Time out a minute. That sounded like I was gonna go look. I was like, I like seeing people's channels. Like, I like supporting the people that support my fucking streams. Time out a minute. I just was like, oh wait, do you do Pilates on here, Lisa? Like, that was really fucking weird. That's not what I meant. Like, I had to drop back here. Can you speed up the stream? I got Pilates. I got you. Yes, I have a channel. Nice. I meant more so like I'm gonna go like that sounded like, oh yeah, please do support me, sir. I got you, 100%. I'm gonna sub to you right now. If anybody has a channel and does like any sort of Pilates, not Pilates obviously, but anybody has a channel that like they upload stuff, let me know. I'll sub to you. I want to be a part of everybody's community. I got you. That just sounded so creepy. I was just like, oh, well, Lisa, you do Pilates? Like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant more so like, hey, let me see what you got going on here. Let's see. I want to see your content build. Same as me, I support others. It's big, man. I think it's big for this, like, for the YouTube community to like support each other. We're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to make it big here. We're all trying to be like, we're all trying to make this we're all trying to make it big here. That's not what happened, Derek. Your thoughts on guys painting their nails? I don't care. Do whatever you want. If you think it looks good, then go for it. I wouldn't do it, but hey, what non-sports celebrity would you most like to have on your live stream? Non-sports celebrity is a good question. Like again, for the clout, Taylor Swift. Get Taylor Swift on here. Let me talk to her for a little bit. Let's have her on the live. Again, I'm all for the clout. Dude, I love Pilates. Perfect for someone with no balance. Why the fuck won't your chat let me put an address I got somewhere in chat? Flay, why did you cap about doing the one chip challenge on live? I didn't do it on live. I did it a while ago. When I had my fantasy football punishment weekend, Derek, I had to do the one chip challenge at one point that weekend. And it wasn't really that bad. It was an old ass chip, but I did say I would do it here. When did I say I would do the one chip challenge? I think I do owe you guys one. Taylor Swift on live would be insane. I think that's the perfect answer. Right? Did I ever say I was going to do a one chip challenge? If I did, I'll do it like tomorrow. What the fuck was it for, Derek? What did I do? You like soccer? I'd say I enjoy soccer. I wouldn't say like I go out of my way to watch it, but I think it's a fun sport. I'm heading back off to bed. Stay classy, San Diego. Have a good night, Joe. Why not bring the ice bucket challenge back? I could do an ice bucket challenge. I'm almost at 2,000 subs. Maybe I'll do something for 2,000 subs. Should I do an ice bucket? I should start doing that. I should have like every sub goal, like Donald Trump and Joe Biden. It's your live. If I could have both of them, that would be insane. Fuck yeah. I'd be the moderator. The number one sport in England. Yeah, you know what it is? It's just like here in America, it's not that big. I like soccer. I enjoy it. I think it's a very cool sport. I don't have a team that I root for, so I don't go out of my way to watch it. Do a co-live with your boy. That too, Joe. We need to do a co-live. I love cricket. Dude, I've watched like this Instagram account keeps popping up for like a cricket league that's in New York City, and it's so intriguing to watch. Like I'm not gonna lie, I get mesmerized by these guys hitting cricket balls. Like, was it because of a donation? Yeah, I did get a donation. Who the fuck was it? It was 57. I do owe you guys a holy hell. I do. I owe it to you guys. We call it football. I was upset, Lisa, because I went to London a couple years ago. I don't know where in England you are. I went to London a few years ago for the Jets. I actually went when the Jets were there. And Arsenal was playing a Saturday game. And we decided not to go. It wasn't my call. It was the group that I was with that didn't want to go because they didn't want to do sports all weekend. But I was very upset about that. I wanted to go see a soccer game, an Arsenal soccer game. South London, nice. Dude, disabilities totally suck, but we are warriors. Hey, listen, you got to keep grinding. Can I collab with you on your channel? Yeah, SJ. What do you want to do? Like I said, if you have like a podcast or anything, or you want me to be a guest on something, I would always do like anything you want. Just email me. Email my the email that I have in my bio. Like I would love to do other people's podcasts. I think if you think that I'm somebody that you would want on your podcast, I would love to do it. I'm big on that. Let's see. I think somebody said they emailed me before. Oh. Never mind. Arsenal are a fantastic team. I really wanted to go, and everybody I was with didn't want to do it. People posting stuff about food today, it doesn't matter. We all only have 20 days left. What do you mean we have 20 days left? Missing Arsenal is brutal. I keep seeing videos of how their atmosphere. Yeah, Derek, like I said, I was with 3 other people, and they wanted to do other things on the Saturday, and I was just like, come on. Like, I wasn't going to go by myself, plus my girlfriend was there. Like, I wasn't going to ditch her. And, yeah, that's how it went down. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Can you bless us with a little freestyle? You don't want to hear me freestyle. Huge slates in NHL and NBA tomorrow. I never sleep. I'm digging into the college basketball slate tomorrow, Irish King. I haven't gone through it, but so far I don't like anything. The only thing I liked tonight was Eastern Washington, and that was a fucking sweat fest. They were up 14 at half and almost blew it. So that was not fun. Can I collaborate with you on your YouTube channel? What do you mean? Football games are so much fun. I really want to go to one. I really want to go to a European soccer game. Like, SGA, if you have if you want to do a video on your channel or something and you want me to be in it, happily. Would you rather the Jets draft Arvell Reese linebacker or Holden his cock, the left tackle for LSU? What do you mean? Yeah, I don't know what that means. We got 20 days left. That fucked me up. Will you watch USA versus Italy? I will. I love the World Baseball Classic. Holding his cock. That God damn, I love that shit. I would have come to the game with you. Well, Lisa, maybe when I go back next summer, we'll have to collab. Maybe I'll do a Pilates stream. Like, Flay, will you watch USA versus Italy? Yeah, I already read that. Hey, I'll be streaming the United States versus Italy game. Do you want a game on my channel for the world best? SGA, if you want me to come onto your channel during the game for a little bit, I absolutely would. Lisa, let's do it. I'll come do Pilates with Lisa Marie Pilati, and we'll see how long I can last, because I'm not very flexible. We all have 20 days left. I'm not joking. What do you mean by that? What the hell do you mean we have 20 days left? Am I finding something out that I shouldn't? Thanks, dude. I would love to be a comic. I don't know a tough job. No, my friend said it was hard to get into. I've talked to people who like have done who have been comics and done stand-up comedy, and it is a miserable, like, it is hard. You really have an appreciation for these people. Like, if they ever threw me on stage and told me to start talking, I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't know what I would do. It would be like to just be able to go up there with a microphone and make people laugh and entertain people is one of the craziest things ever. Like, at least like I have chat to read. What 20 days are you talking? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. It's got me all fucked up though. I'm swerve in the corner. Whoa. Fuck. I just realized I gotta film a fucking gaming with Flay video. Damn it. I've done stand-up first couple times, was rough, biggest crowd before COVID. Really, Joe? That's crazy, man. See, like, you seem like a natural at it, though. Like, when I watch your streams, I feel like you're somebody who, like, has a little more insight than me. Like, doesn't, like, I'm more of a reactionary type. I feel like you can, like, handle a crowd when there's, like, no interaction. Like, I feel like you're better at that than me. Like, I'm more of, like, the reaction, like, I don't think I could just go up there and start going. Like, I think I could see you doing that. I think that makes perfect sense. But 250 people, like, what was that, like a comedy club or something? Crowd work is key. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, I do calisthenics too. All right. Well, let me know if I'm ever in London and you want to collab. I do comedy, but I'm still just in the getting there phase. See, that's great. I think people that are willing to do comedy like that, I think people who are willing to stand up there and try it, I think it's amazing. Good for, like, I think that is awesome. And I think, honestly, Adele, oh shit. Adele, do you do anything on here? I think like this stuff is pretty good practice. Like streaming on YouTube and like doing stuff like this is pretty good practice for like something like that. I think I would be more comfortable trying it today after all this, after all these streams. Like, I'm not a very good public speaker to begin with. Like, and once I started doing these streams and stuff, like I originally started doing video games, and then I decided like chat's so much funnier. Like, I don't want to play video games. I'd rather react to chat, so I started doing this. Would you chop your meat stick off if it meant the Jets would win the next 5 Super Bowls? I don't know. I think I need my meat stick. Comedy mystery be the hardest thing to do. I can't give out what's going to happen in 20 days. I'm not allowed to. All right. Well, I'll be watching in 20 days. I'm sure we'll still be here. Yeah, Adele, do it, man. I wrote a number of pieces so far and performed it to myself. Nice. That's good, man. Keep going at it, man. That's a great thing to do. I think, like, you know, if you're willing to try it, if you're not afraid of it, do it. I think it's amazing. My life circumstances had me stop. I miss it. Do you ever get back into it, Joe? Moving one butt cheek at a time involves developing mind-muscle connection to isolate the gluteus maximus. Huh. Must be. You do great on here. It's hard addressing everyone. You know what it is, Lisa? I'm overcoming the fact that I don't read very well, so I'm just trying to get through it. I think if I ever had like a real like not a real, like, you guys are, I love this, like, you know, it's very personable having like a small chat like this. Like, it's great. I love it. Because I can have more intimate conversations. But like, if I ever had like a chat like somebody like Aiden Ross or something like that, I don't know what the hell I would do. I would be fucking overwhelmed. They put me in with the special ed kids in high school. My God, they're a hilarious bunch. Dude, Molly. So my sister has autism, right? So I got to fucking, Lisa, that's the hardest part. The hardest part is keeping up with everybody. I got a great story. I don't know if I ever told this on stream, but my buddy, one of my good friends, has a brother with autism too, right? So, and I'll get back to chat in a second. I'm going to stop with Joe Waters. So he has a brother who like went to our high school. My sister went to like a separate school for like special needs kids because she was a little bit less advanced. His brother went to my high school, right? So they had like a resource room for all the kids with special needs. And he was telling me stories about the shit that goes on in the classroom, and it is fucking a riot. He was telling me that like his brother got in trouble, like literally got sent to the timeout room because he started this whole thing in the class where when somebody gets a question wrong, they start calling each other retarded. All the special needs kids, every single special needs kid in the fucking class, like if they get a question wrong, like his brother would go, "John, you're retarded," like stuff like that. And it's like he he was like he's like, yeah, they sent my brother to the timeout room because like now everybody in the room's doing it. Like they're all like every time somebody gets a question wrong, they're calling each other retarded, and like they're all the special needs kids in the school. Like it's fucking crazy, dude. Like it made me fucking dying laughing that like these kids, they are so fucking honest with each other, and when they pick up on something, they run with it, man. And they're really like the ultimate like they're the truest form. They will tell you exactly what they're thinking. They do not give a fuck. They're the most honest people. And I love like I don't know if I told you guys, I recently like I volunteered with the Special Olympics a couple weeks ago, and man, that shit is fun as hell. Like I've obviously been around my sister my whole life. She's got autism, and like they're some of the funniest fucking people you meet in your life. One of my mods hit a dude asking a question but caught up in the fray, lost a sub. Ah, damn. Hit him? Like this one girl, she kept escaping the bus. Like even where they put the seatbelt on her, she would get out. Damn, I find live overwhelming. You know, I did it first too, Lisa. Like I found it like to be a little bit tough, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm hanging out with a bunch of my friends. Like once you dumb it down a little bit and don't take it too seriously, I think like it's a lot. It's easy. This is like one of my favorite things to do. Flay would be ignoring chat if he had the size of IShowSpeed's chat. I wouldn't even be reading it at that point. Like, I don't even think it would be, like, worth attempting. Now, I'm just joking. Nothing bad will happen in 20 days. At least I hope not, or unless a draft happens. Sexercise refers to physical exercises, routines, or sexual activity. Wow. SGA Sport, I've just started looking at that type of exercise. Huh. I don't really know how to unpack that. I like don't know how to answer that without. Huh. What is the Special Olympics? The Special Olympics is basically like you know how they have the Paralympics. The Special Olympics are for people with like mental disabilities and not like physical. Like it's like there's the regular Olympics. The Special Olympics are like people with like autism and stuff like that to compete in Olympic games. People get my name. It's not Christian. It's Chris Station. Did I call you Christian? I mean, I think I called you Chris Station, right? I don't understand how somebody that weighs 50 pounds less than me has insane strength. I'm not being rude. Down syndrome strength is legit. No, Joe, you're not. Like my sister's a big girl. I think I've posted her here a couple times. Like she's a little bit bigger. But dude, I worked out my whole life. I go to the gym. I go to the gym like 6 times a week. I would go to the gym when I was in high school like 3-4 times a week. I got really strong in high school. My sister used to like have issues with like throwing fits, and dude, trying to move her would be like trying to stop fucking prime Aaron Donald when she was in a fit. Like, she was so fucking strong. There's something to it, and I don't understand it. Maybe it's just that they don't care. Like, they have no, like, what's the word? Like, hesitation whatsoever. I don't know what it is. How many push-ups can you do in 1 minute? Today? Not many. My shoulder's so fucked up that I can't do it. I could probably do, like, 11 before I, like, start really feeling it. Special Olympics, exactly. Do a live stream on the moon. If I could. I'm 5'2" and I'm strong. It's what you do with your body. Yeah, it's a lot of like, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Oh my God, Bobcat Goldwater has a great story about the Special Olympics when his plane was going down. The pilot was like, "You can expect this, and this is when we land. Also, there will be a fire truck." From the back, he clearly hears a kid's shot fire truck. The strengthened muscles involved in intercourse improve stamina, increase blood flow. No, I'm 5'10", 160 pounds. That's pretty good. Metric. I'm about 6'1.5" and about 225 right now. A little bit bigger than I want to be. I gotta drop 10 pounds before the summer. My usual fighting weight is like 215. How much can you bench press? Right now, again, like not much. Like recently, like I could throw up like 225 pretty easily. Back in my heyday, the most I ever benched was like 280. I think it was like 285. You see, I agree, but my personal experience with those Down syndrome are just naturally strong. Yeah, no, Joe, it's insane. Like they just have like a natural strength to them, and I don't know what it is. I don't know scientifically how to explain it, but it's insane. Like I said, my sister is like literally like moving a sumo wrestler when she's in like her fit of rage, like which it happens with these kids. It's like a normal thing. They don't know how to react to their own like hormones and stuff. Blake can only bench 2 pounds. Bench a little more than that. Come on, man. Got to give me some credit here. Like I said, back in my day, like when I was like I think it was like my sophomore or junior year of college. I threw up 285, and I never threw up more than that. Name 5 WWE superstars and give people from a team on football to play a game on Super Bowl day, all in their prime. Wait. So 5 WWE superstars and 5 like football players. You could probably bench press me. Would you say you're 5'2"? I'm not gonna ask like that. I'm not gonna ask the maybe sign syndrome. That's funny. Um, Listen, if we collab someday, Lisa, we could do all that stuff. Like the fucking I could attempt it on stream. I could attempt it on your stream. We'll do it. I'll let you post the video if we do if we do any sort of collab someday. Someday. Again, I would collab with all you guys, by the way. If anybody ever wants to collab with me, Joe's been talking about it. I talked about it with him. We're gonna have to do a collab stream someday, me and him. I weigh 8 stone. I don't know what the hell. What is 8 stone? Hold on a minute. Hold on. I gotta get my. Hold on. I gotta get my fucking converter out here. I keep forgetting you're like, how fast can you run the 40? Can I run the 40? Not very fast. I was not very fast. 112. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I couldn't, that'd be kind of bad. How fast can I run the 40? Not very fast. Hey, do you remember me? I asked you for the weight loss advice a couple of weeks ago, and you gave me some great tips. I do remember you, Brenna. How's it going? How is that? And I need to take my own advice. I need to lose a couple pounds. But yeah, how are you doing there? I get first dibs unless a lady wants you live for it. No, Joe, you get first dibs here. You've been clamoring for it. If we ever have a chance to do a live stream together, I'd 100% do it. Like, and in fact, I owe you a stream where I go to DC or something, and we do like some sort of IRL stream where we go and count cards and get thrown out of the casino, like something along the lines of that. Yeah, Bruna, how's that going? Again, I need to start taking my own advice because like I've been eating like a bag of shit recently, but I still intermittent fast for the most part. Like I fasted all day today, haven't eaten a thing. So I got to drop about 10 pounds. I love for someone to recreate my penis out of chocolate. Okay. I know the best places to get thrown out of. I'm down. I'm a fucking. I would love to get thrown out of a couple places. It's going great. I'm 4 days sober, and I started the gym today. I feel great. That's amazing, Brenna. That's awesome. Honestly, like hitting the gym, like once you see the results at the gym, you start seeing stuff like kind of in 2 weeks. You start seeing stuff right away. You become addicted to it. Like it's such a good feeling. How fast was your fastball back in the day? Honestly, I didn't throw a fastball that hard, Vic. I topped out probably around like, I think it was 87 at a tournament in New Jersey when I was 17. I was probably consistently around like 84, 85. Like I didn't throw that hard. I never did. I was never gifted with that. I should have worded that better. 5 WWE superstars and 5 football players, both 5 WWE. Oh, so in their prime, both in their prime. Okay. 5 WWE, like a Mount Rushmore type. I would say, okay, WWE, I would say The Undertaker, John Cena. I like that it's 5 because that helps a lot. Undertaker, John Cena, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan. I don't know. Like I would probably say Bruno Sammartino. I follow the ketogenic diet. It's only been a good night if you get thrown out. I think 9 stone is 110 pounds. 8 stone says 112. But ketogenic. I did keto for a while. I lost so much weight on keto. Like it's like I did it for about 3 months and lost 50 pounds when I was a fucking big boy when I was when I got out of college. I really let myself go my last year of college. You need The Rock on it. You know, the problem with The Rock is, Derek, I don't think he like I don't think his time was that long where I would put him on that list. Like I think it was between him and Bruno Sammartino in my opinion. The Rock, I feel like he wasn't like, you know, as good as The Rock was. I think like he's the next one looking in. Nice hat. Thanks, man. Thanks, Amy. I like posting videos on Facebook. That's how I do comedy, you know. I like that. The Ultimate Warrior. I'm glad I took the first step though. Brenda, that's the toughest part of it is taking the first step to committing and really putting your mind to it and being like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change my life today. Like I need to fucking do it myself. I'm talking all this shit. Like I need to get myself into shape. Like I said, I'm about 10 pounds overweight right now. I'm sure you can see it in my face. I gotta figure my shit out a little bit. And my sock is caught on my water. There we go. Just a fucking. Ugh. All right. Anyway, back to the content. Back to you guys. I got to take my own advice. I need to like, not that I need to like. It's just I've been on vacation. I was with my mom all weekend. I think that also made me a little bloated. We had dude, we were in Atlantic City. We had this place, Chicky and Pete's twice. It's like the best seafood I've ever eaten. Thank you. Going back to the gym after years of bad habits feels pretty weird. Felt sluggish and desperate. I stayed for an hour, did mostly cardio. I honestly don't feel like I did much today. Brenda, that's all right. The biggest thing, I've always said this with going to the gym, is the best thing you could do is just keep showing up, keep going back, even if like you don't do a great workout, like and be upset about it if you don't. Like if you get to the gym, be there, and the habits will come back. You'll realize, what, I've been slacking. Like, let me get a really good workout, and it'll feel good, and you'll get back on track. Like, I've always said the toughest thing is getting there, is getting yourself there. If you half-ass it a couple times, it happens. But being there, doing it, like you're gonna end up getting better habits, and you're gonna get more into it. You're gonna be like, what, I need to work my ass off today. And when like getting there is the big thing. Like, don't beat yourself up the first couple times. Get there, get into a rhythm, find stuff you want to do, find stuff you want to try, see people, look around the gym and look at what other people are doing. That was my biggest thing, is like, I learned because I was watching like the biggest guy in the gym do stuff, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I should try that out. So that's the kind of stuff. When you see a beautiful woman walking down the street and you're absolutely mesmerized by her looks, no, that would be weird. I'm not too tech savvy. Took me a while to figure out how to post on Facebook. Honestly, Molly, it's not that tough. If you just go to the homepage, I think in the bottom middle, all you got to do is hit the plus sign. You can post all your videos here too. I'd like to collab with you. I got a team on my channel trying to just have 2 right now. Yeah, listen, Chris, again, if anybody wants to like do anything with me, any sort of like collabs of any type, just let me know. I would happily do it. I think like if anybody looks at me as somebody that they'd want to have on their channel, I would do whatever you ask me, like a podcast, whatever it is, I'm in. I'm 100% in. I'm all for like helping other people, like, and being a part of what they're doing. Britta, try training at home. I work out every day at home and gym 3 days a week. You got this. Yeah, Britta, you got this. I believe in you. You got a good head on you. You got a good heart. You're gonna get it done. If you had to pick a martial arts style to do, which one would you do and why? Ooh, good question. I'm back. I can't sleep. What's up, Goated? Honestly, Vic, I did karate for a little bit. Back in the day. That was fun. I actually had a great time doing it. It got me into some good shape. When we say mixed martial art, I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to me is like the most, it's the most intriguing one to me. I think I would go Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu if I had to pick something. I did a little bit of karate back in the day. I'll tell you what, karate helped me like a couple times. I've had people swing at me in like bar fights, and karate's all about defense and just the natural, like being able to pick my arm up and see it coming and block the, like, not that I ever got into a fight and punch back, but hey, it definitely, like, the basics of it were good. I think everybody, we were talking about this on my stream the other day. I think everybody should like learn how to wrestle a little bit. Like, I think wrestling's really good. I think like, just being able to protect yourself. Just got a virus. I feel better. At least that Taco Bell hit the spot yesterday. Hey, if you had Taco Bell and it gave you a virus, I think it's worth it in the end. I got a black belt in poop judo. The fuck? Oh man. What up, Joe? Let's see. Jets, Jets. I was once a GM for TB, so this to me is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, dude, there was a big scare. Like, remember the E. coli thing with Taco Bell? I remember that was such a big thing. And my mom was like, we like ate Taco Bell all the time growing up. It's why I was I was a little bit chubby, but like, to be fair, we didn't have a lot when I was growing up. Not that like I was poor or anything. My mom definitely had like, we didn't like, we certainly didn't have like $1 billion when I was growing up. But we used to go to Taco Bell all the time. I remember my mom like telling them, we're taking a stand. We're not going to abandon Taco Bell because of one incident. Like, but it was really because their 12-pack of tacos was cheap enough to feed our entire family. But my mom retired. She's got like, she worked her ass off and she got to where she needed to be. And, I'm proud of her. You know what really motivated me when my ex texted me calling me overweight? I didn't get offended. It just motivated me to lock in. Definitely blocked him because no one ever should body shame me. You know what, Brina? That's a good way to be. You know, you, it's not, it's fucked up that he would say that to you. That's fucked up. That's a guy you need to get rid of. That's a guy you should never speak to again. But you took that as motivation. You didn't take that as like you went in your bed. You didn't like get upset. You weren't like, oh my God, somebody called me overweight. Like you decided like, you know what? That's going to motivate me. That's going to get me to the next level. You got to take that shit as motivation. I got to tell you, when I lost all the weight that I did, and when I got into like really good shape, it was around 2018. I'll tell you that it was because like some girl rejected me. Like I got rejected so badly by like a girl that I was really into. I like it was a tough scene. It was somebody that I thought it was going to work out with, and she basically told me she wasn't interested. Like we were hooking up for a long time. It was a couple of years, whole thing. Like it was something that like feelings developed from both of us, and she told me last minute she wasn't interested in going any further with it. Totally changed me. I'm like, let me show her. Let me fucking show her that she really missed out. Never spoke to her again, but hey, like I got into really good shape because of it. You take these little things. You take like things like that, somebody talking down to you, somebody, looking past you, somebody rejecting you. Use it as fuel. Use it for good. So lower to middle class. Yeah, lower. I would say lower middle class probably. Growing up, I would say that was more so where I was at. Like my parents were split up. Like it's a normal thing when that happens. Yeah, Joe. It's helped me big time. Like I said, I was talking about earlier. My car blew up yesterday. My fucking transmission. I got to go get a new car tomorrow. Like I was driving a fucking old Nissan Sentra because I don't want to spend my money on a car. I don't need like a fancy fucking car. Like I'm gonna buy a car and drive it into the ground. That's just how I've always been. Would you take a sponsorship deal if Pepsi wants to sponsor your channel? I would take a sponsorship deal with a lot of places. Like I think if anybody wants to sponsor me, I would do it. Yeah. Same with me, except my ex called me short type of shit you got to use. There you go. Texan signing Reed Blankenship ended the league though. Yeah, I mean their defense is going to be insane. Brenna, I'm pleased you kicked that door out. Yeah, absolutely, Brenna. I'm proud of you. Philly got rejected for doing all that coke before the company drug tests. Listen, I didn't do the coke. That was a different girl. Though. That was not the same. Good job. You took it as motivation. That's the thing, Brenna. You didn't let that bother you. You didn't let it do the wrong thing. You took the motivation and you ran with it. That's the best thing you could do. When life brings you down, when shit brings you down, you gotta fucking run with the motivation. I gotta tell you, like, I'll tell you something. Like, I sit here and I do this stream. Like, it's motivating for me to do it because, like, I don't want to fucking work at my job for the rest of my life. I don't want somebody telling me what to do. And I think this is a good outlet where like someday I'm hoping the stream gets big enough where this could be something I do 24 hours a day. I love the entertainment side. I love having these conversations with you guys and like it's motivating. Any sort of shit. It's like stuff at work. Like I get fucking shit on all the time at work and I'm like, you know what? It's gonna make me go stream tonight and do like a 5-hour stream. Shit like that. I'm always more intrigued by the man that don't give me attention. I make it my mission to get his number. Well, you know what, Lisa, I'm not reading any more of your chats. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. So speaking of that, Flay, what's your top 3 to 5 guys you'd smoke with in sports? So wait, would you smoke a blunt with Danny DeVito? I probably would. Whenever I can not get drug tested anymore, I'd smoke a blunt with a lot of people. Danny DeVito would definitely be one of them. Top 3 to 5 guys you'd smoke with in sports. Let's think. Do they have to be current athletes? Because I would love to smoke a blunt with J.R. Smith. I think J.R. Smith is the first one that comes to mind. I would love like Jeff Teague too. Like it's I would smoke weed with Jeff Teague and just listen to what he has to say and tell stories because that man is the funniest fucking human being of all time. Like I could listen to him tell stories about shit for hours. And then maybe current athlete. I don't know, man. Like Nikola Jokic, I think I find Nikola Jokic so interesting. Like I really do. I think he's like just like he's a straight shooter. He's like the best basketball player maybe of all time, talent wise. If you watch 5 minutes of J.R. Smith highlights at a contest, you'd think he's the GOAT. If you took the best plays of J.R. Smith's career, you would think the guy was like a Hall of Fame player. Absolutely. Did Lisa say something? I don't even know. I didn't. Who the fuck is Lisa? Call me Joe, whoever just said whiskey. Goated. It's so funny because like J.R. Smith would have moments of greatness where like he was a Knick for a little bit. It was the funniest thing because he would have games. He would go like 2 or 3 games where he was very pedestrian, and then he'd have a game where he'd score like fucking 50, and he'd look like he could be like like Michael fucking Jordan, dude. Would you rather be a champion bowler or a champion ping pong player? Ooh, champion bowler. I think bowlers maybe have a little bit more. I don't know. There's ping pong's an Olympic sport though. I think bowling maybe. Yeah, bowler. I can't do this. Not with one arm. Not right now. Yeah. So I think bowler because I think you can get farther with that. Like, how often do you have like a ping pong table where you go? Like, I think you could just if I was like a champion bowler, I would just like and also, wait, I got a good theory on bowling. Like, you ever hear about like the bowling theory with dates? Like, when you go on a date with somebody and like you go bowling, like, you should never go bowling with a girl for like the first 3 dates. Like, you have to have a girl, like, they have to be like your girlfriend before you take them bowling. And here's why. Because I think it's like a very ick thing if you're bad at bowling or if you're really good at bowling. Like you can't go to the bowling alley with a girl you just met and be really fucking good at it or really bad at it. I think if you're either one, you have to be like right down the middle. You have to be like competent when you go bowling. Like if you go and you bowl like a fucking 280, they're going to be like, "Why the fuck are you so good at bowling?" If you go and bowl like a fucking 60, they're going to be like, "Wow, this guy has no coordination. Like he can't bowl." Like bowling is never fun. I enjoy bowling. I like bowling once in a while. Like, you go out, you have a beer or two, you bowl. Like, but I only like bowling like one game. I can't do like a full day of bowling. Where do you live, dude? I would love to clap with you about your sister. If she would like to come on. Where do I live? I'm on Long Island. I'm a Long Island, New York resident. It's Mario Day. Hydrate, Flay. You could do the one-hander. I'm good, Frank. It's almost empty, so I've been drinking it all day. Jets going to get Arch Manning. Listen, if you could sign me up for that, I'd be okay with it. I dare you to put a can of Coke, put it in a bag, hide it, and go to some cops and say, "Do you want to buy a bag of Coke?" That sounds like a terrible idea. Derek, that's unfair on the Ouija. Pro. Yeah, I'm a Long Island, New York guy. For anybody that's like, that thinks of New York and New York City, I'm about 45 minutes away from New York City on Long Island. In terms of football, smoking with Von Miller, Jameis Winston's a really good one. Jameis Winston might be the best one. You're out of your element, Donnie. Great movie. Fucking great reference. Dude, The Big Lebowski is so fucking funny. Donnie, you're out of your element. Lisa, too bad they don't have a day for him, unfortunately. No one fucks with dude. Unbelievably good movie. Like, New York Knicks. I don't know. Vic, we talked about that last night and I forgot to look it up. I have no idea what it is. If I am I crazy or was it like a pair of overalls or something? I think it was like something really ridiculous. Like I think it might just be like overalls that hold up Long Island. I've only ever seen it on the computer game. Long Island's a fun place. It's very expensive. It sucks to live here because you're paying up the ass to live here, but a lot of beautiful beaches, a lot to do here, a lot of really cool, interesting small towns. You could probably spend like, if you traveled and you stayed in like a different hotel every night in a different town on Long Island, you would find something to do that you like. It's a very cool area. Is it dangerous to live there? No, not at all. There's a couple spots on Long Island that are bad, like Wyandanch is a terrible spot. That's where like Rakim's from Wu-Tang Clan, right? Yeah. Like there's a couple of bad areas of Long Island. Like there's a couple in Nassau County. I'm from Suffolk County, but it's not dangerous now. Jameis said, if anything, the opposite. I think it's a very safe area. Safe, like in general. Played chilling in Long Island like GTA. Yeah, Long Island is just one big GTA server. It's really just like the craziest GTA server you could possibly see. Like, I know I don't know when Nintendo first came out, but I was like, so what? Average guys, did they? Rakim, my favorite rapper ever. No, yeah. What the fuck is he from? I'm sorry. Who's the guy from? There's a guy from. Why did I say that? I'm an idiot. There's somebody from Wu-Tang Clan that's from Wyandanch, I think. But Rakim was born in Wyandanch, New York. It is not a good area. Maybe Method Man or something? Damn, that's how like out of touch I am with like the rap game. That like I thought Rakim was in fucking Wu-Tang Clan. Oh no, never mind. Method Man's from Hempstead, another terrible area of Long Island. Hempstead, Wyandanch, probably the two worst places. I feel like the USA is probably safe as long as you're not going through a divorce. They seem to murder each other rather. Yeah, I mean it happens a lot. I think like the most murders occur within couples that are married. It's crazy. Who was from Staten Island? All good. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I said the wrong person, but Method Man's from Hempstead, which is just not a very good area. How far away are you from the Hamptons? About not close. I would say probably about an hour and a half. I'm legitimately Vic. I'm pretty much directly in this like, not the center. I'm like, I'm in Suffolk. I'm in Suffolk County, but I'm on like the west side of it. Like I'm on like I'm as close to the like I'm more in like the middle of the island than anything. Like so, I'm about 45 minutes from the city. Um, the Hamptons is a hike to get out there, and it's not worth it. Let me tell you, the Hamptons is like the Hamptons Montauk, not worth it. It's both areas suck. Like I hate both of them equally. Like Hamptons, it's just so fucking bougie, and nothing about it is fun. There's nothing good. Like all there is to do in the Hamptons is spend $1 million and like be at an overcrowded nightclub that like people are trying to roofie your fucking drinks. Like the Hamptons is miserable. Montauk, the same thing. Hate both of them equally. Like the farther east you go on Long Island, the less there is. Like you're better off being like where I am is as far east as you should probably go on Long Island. There's really nothing good past like I don't know, maybe a little further east than me. There's some good things, but like there's a certain spot once you hit like the town of Brookhaven, which is the east, which is like the whole east of eastern Long Island. There's nothing out there that you need to do. Is Orange County near you? No, Orange County's a little bit upstate. Orange County, where that's probably about like an hour and a half from me. That's a little more north of the city. I'm east of it. Remember me? I remember you from yesterday, Kai. What's going on? What do you got going on? How far are you from Canada? Great question. Probably about 8.5 hours, I would say. Um, Straight up to like Montreal, about 8.5. I went to school all the way up in Plattsburgh, which is about 7 hours away from me. Um, that was a hike, and then Plattsburgh is about another hour and a half from there. So, what's that? How far are you from sleeping? Pretty far. Like I said, I got to be up. Like I'm not working tomorrow because I'm off until Wednesday because of my shoulder. Because I had to go to the doctor and fucking get a note for that. Um, yeah. We'll see. I flew from for 8 hours from England to Canada. Whereabouts in Canada did you go, Lisa? That's cool. Um, I've never been to Canada myself. But I got an appointment tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Please stream. I'm sticking around for a little bit. I have an appointment at about 3 o'clock tomorrow to get a new car. So I'll have a new car. I'll be live, and then I go back to work Wednesday. I desperately need surgery on my shoulder. I'm going back to the doctor in 2 weeks, and I think he's gonna put me under, and we're gonna fucking figure that out. Then I'll be here. I'll be here a lot more often. It's about a 4 month recovery. Uh, Play that by ear. It's fucking 3 a.m. by me, Kai. It is late. Like I said, hopefully someday I can do this. Like this would be something I would love to do full time, where like I could stream, but I'm not even close to that. It's years away. Please stream every night. If you got enough subs and money, this could be a job, especially at night would be good. Chris, I honestly, I would do. I've always had the idea because I got two other channels that I'm working on right now too. I have my Flay Bets channel, which is all about just gambling. Like it's just like stupid shit, you know. Like I like to bet on stuff. I like to go to casinos. I like to, but like I'm not like a like I make this. I basically created this stupid character that's like a degenerate and like I bet on sports every night. I film it. It happens. You need to sleep. You're up way too late. I'm all right, Derek. Um, I don't sleep much anyway. And then I have my gaming with Flay channel where like I want to do this thing. I'm trying to create like an ecosystem of like a bunch of different channels where like I can make money, like do streams. Like this is my favorite thing to do is stream to you guys and talk to you. And someday like I have I think I have the hours by now to hold on. Let me say. Yeah, my public watch hours. I'm pretty much there. I don't even know why I'm not monetized yet. Um, But yeah, the flight, like, listen, not like a universe, but like a bunch of different things. Pretty much everything I do during the day now, like, I'm trying to just film it and post it somewhere and make content out of it. I want to drop this bar randomly for no reason, and those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. It's a great line. Honestly, that's a pretty good. I like that. Um, yeah, just kind of like create content in a bunch of different ways for like the gambling stuff. I just find it funny. Like, I bet on sports every day, and I do it like not seriously. I'm not gonna say like but like I'm not like a degenerate that takes like fucking a million bets a day. Like I bet on something, I film myself watching it. I film myself doing the emotional roller coaster of watching a game and post it on my other channel because I think it's funny. I think it's funny watching somebody squirm while they bet on something. Like, it's fun. It's a fun thing. If he's addicted to gambling, I'm definitely not. Honestly, so Derek, I was talking about this. I made a video today about how like kids, like, I think they should teach gambling in schools because of how like, just how like rampant it is right now. Did you bet on Polymarket? No, I would never do anything like that. Those like real life betting stuff, I think is going to affect people way more than sports betting. Like that shit, like Polymarket and all that stuff, it's way too easily manipulated, in my opinion. Like sports betting, I think it can be manipulated to a certain extent, but you have the idea of competition and people who are competitive. That like I'm not that worried about games being like it's gonna happen. Teams are gonna be games are gonna be rigged and shit. But I think like I stick to sports betting because I love sports and I really dig into things before I bet on them. Um, Evan, I already asked. Do you think gambling need? Wait. Do you think gambling needs to be taught in high school? Maybe you did, anonymous, but I made a short today about it. Because I saw some video like I don't even know what it was. It was like some show on Fox News. They were talking to some kid. I saw it on Twitter. Um, I'll bet you $50 the Jets suck next year. They're gonna suck 100%. Review station, what's up? So I think they should teach that shit in high school because inevitably kids are going to get into sports betting no matter what. Like I remember when I was in high school, I'm like, oh, I know sports, I know this, I could bet on sports, I'd be really good at it. Like every fucking other commercials of DraftKings, FanDuel, like obviously these kids when they're old enough are going to be able to get themselves into sports betting. They're gonna dive right into it because every kid thinks they're invincible and can just do whatever they want. Like they'll be like, hey, like I'm good at this stuff, I know sports, I'm going to bet on it. I think it needs to be taught in high schools because, and look, it's not a good thing. You don't want kids gambling. You got to teach them the dangers of it. But if they're going to do it, they're going to do it anyway. They're all rebels. They're all like, I did it. I did it. I was an idiot when I started. I had no idea what I was doing. Um, they should, this is my spin-off channel. I like that. You should have as many channels as you can make. Like, Chris, that's awesome, man. I'll check that out too. I'm going to check out both your channels after this. Actually, I can do it right now. Review station. As many channels as you can run. I got you, man. I threw you a sub. But anyway, my thing is, like, I just think these kids need to be taught. Never use Polymarket. They recently got it back for USA users. But yeah, dude, Polymarket, Kalshi, all those things where it's like real life stuff that you could bet on, I think is so bad. Like, these people who are betting on, like, how many cars go over a bridge in Watertown, New York. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? My gosh, it could be a slippery slope. Don't even go there. Oh, yeah. As a non American, can you explain why everyone hates the Yankees? Hold on, wait. What are you betting on? What are your friends are going to do? Wait, what about betting on what your friends are going to do with your friends? Can you do that? See, if you can manipulate the market in some way, then yeah, then bet on that. Teach girls to cook better in high school other than ramen. That's crazy. Thanks, Play. I appreciate it. I got you, man. What were we talking about? Somebody asked so the reason people hate the Yankees here in America is because they're the most successful franchise. Like people hate success. It's the reason why people hate the Dodgers so much. And I'm a Met fan. I'm a diehard Mets fan. I'm not even a Yankee fan. It's the fact that they've won the most world championships in all of sports. Like they've won 27 world titles. People don't like excellence. There's a reason everybody hated the Patriots all these years because they kept winning. It's more so the idea that they're so successful. Would Jesus return before GTA 6? That's insane. But the thing is, that bet cashes at 50-50. The reason, like, it's a sucker bet. I don't know if anybody saw this, but they have it on Kalshi that, like, Jesus would come back before GTA, and it's a 51-49 bet. But the idea is if GTA 6 doesn't come out by the end of next year, I think it is, or the end of this year or next year, they pay it out as a 50-50 bet. So you're better off betting on Jesus coming back, which is crazy. Kalshi is a scam. People have reported at times they never got a payout. It's the biggest scam. But you know that, right? Like they have it in like small print that if you bet on that and GTA 6 doesn't come out by the end of like next year, I think, they pay it as a 50-50. And the people that bet on Jesus returning would win. So you're actually better off betting on Jesus coming back, because you're basically betting on whether or not GTA 6 comes in the end by the end of next year. It's like such a fucking thing, because like you got a bunch of stupid people that don't read the small print, and these companies are taking advantage of it. They're going to rinse a bunch of people who are like, I saw what's his face. Who was the guy? There was one guy who bet like $100,000 on it already. What are your thoughts on Trump's Golden Dome? What the hell is his Golden Dome? I don't even know what that is. What's the best bet you've ever made? Ooh, Frank, actually last year, I bet on the Braves not to make the postseason last year. They were plus 310 to not make the postseason. I threw $200 on that. That was a nice little hit at the end of the season. I got a nice little $620 payout. Not a ton of money, but long term, it was nice to see it in my account. I actually forgot about it. It popped up, and I was like, oh shit, where did this come from? GTA 6 not going to be out this year, but that's the thing. Anonymous is like, people look at it and they're like, of course GTA 6 is going to come out before Jesus returns. But in small print, it says if GTA 6 doesn't come out by the end of the year, you're going to lose the bet. So it's a big scam. Like, these companies are like not going to just hand you money like that. What is GTA? Grand Theft Auto. The Grand Theft Auto series, like the video games. GTA 6 confirmed release this year. They've done that a bunch of times though. You could bet if the Jets win the Super Bowl before Joe Namath dies. See, like, shit like that is pretty funny. Best video game you ever played? Honestly, Vic, I gotta say, like, Grand Theft Auto's up there. I love the Grand Theft Auto games, but I think it's Fortnite, man. I really think Fortnite captured the imagination of people. I don't think we've ever seen a more pop culture revolution for a game than Fortnite, and I loved it. I loved playing Fortnite. I played it up until like 2 years ago. And I played it pretty competitively, too. Honestly, when I first started streaming, it was Fortnite. I was a Fortnite streamer. Fortnite is gay. You just weren't good at it, Derek. Like, you were just getting clapped by people like me. Like how Israel has Iron Dome is over America to protect us against missile nukes. Like what do you mean? Like, in terms, hold on. I'm not understanding this. Jesus Christ or Jesus Sanchez is crazy. What a fucking question. You mean like in terms of like the protection, like the way he's like, threatening these countries to make sure we don't get Oh, you're talking about the actual. Oh, wait. I see what you mean. No, I'm sorry. I misinterpreted the question. I mean, I guess it's a good idea. I mean, if it's something that it can pull off, yes. Tom Clancy's games were. What games do you play on your gaming channel? I have a PlayStation 2, Frank, and the only game I've played so far is WWE SmackDown. Shut your mouth. Jets suck, dude. You can't hurt me with that. I know the Jets suck. It's a miserable existence. I don't know if it'd be a way, like, if it's something that you could pull off reasonably, like, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think we could live our life in fear like that. I don't think we're kind of in a strategic spot too when you think about it when it comes to missiles. Like, we're far away from everybody. Like, Canada's not going to send a missile our way. Like, maybe Cuba would, but I wouldn't fucking worry about that. Mexico, I can't, like, I don't think we really need it. Let's see. I changed my mind. The green hat is definitely gayer. Thanks. Did you say PS2? I do. I found a way to hook up my PS2 to my computer and stream stuff on it. I love the old school games, but I have a PS5 too. Like, I have PS5. I could play games on there. I could play like Grand Theft Auto and shit. Like, I have that can connect, but I found my old PS2 and found a way to hook it up to my PC, and I'm having a great time with it. I was watching this guy last night. Well, I've seen him multiple times playing the game. Tom Clancy games were legendary. I never played Tom Clancy games. I gotta be honest. I was never really a shooting game guy until Fortnite. I never, like, Call of Duty, I was never really a big fan of. I only played Fortnite because all my friends were playing it. Raiders top 5 defense now? They could be. You should check out Mount and Blade Bannerlord. It's like the third-person Total War game. I'll have to look at that. Let's see. You an only child, bro? No, I have a sister who has autism. My sister is a year younger than me. Yeah, my sister has, I always say that because it's like part of it, but she lives in a group home, and but I do have a sister. What were your favorite PS2 games? Honestly, the WWE games were some of my favorites. MVP 06, the college baseball game is one of my favorites. I have that too. A lot of like the MLB games, the MVP games were great. Big fan of those, like mostly sports games. Heard there's a jabroni and a giant green hat that doesn't have me top 5. Where the hell did this come from? Listen, Rocky Maivia. I have you number 6. If The Rock was around a lot longer, The Rock would absolutely be a like I just think like The Rock kind of left in the middle in the prime of his career. But I guess you could say the same thing about Stone Cold. Like, Stone Cold got hurt early. I don't know. It's tough, man. The only reason I'd say Bruno Sammartino is how long he was in the company and how long he carried them. Like, it's hard. MX versus ATV, great game. You know what was a great game? SSX Tricky is one of my favorite games of all time. Sister with autism is one way to describe someone. I mean, she has autism. Like, I always say that, like, because people always ask me, like, is she married? Where does she live? I always try to get that out there right away that, like, she's got autism. Move your one retard and replace him with the rock. Who are you talking about, Derek? If you play games on Xbox, let me know because I play old Call of Duty. New ones are square based. The old ones are arcade style. I don't have an old Xbox. I never had one. Old Modern Warfare. I did play a little bit of Modern Warfare too. I just never really got into it. I was never really that big of a fan. You play on X. Wait. Okay, I already read that. MX versus ATV, great game. The Dave Mirra, dude. The Dave Mirra BMX game, Santana. What do you mean? Bruno Sammartino? Dude, Derek, that's just like basic history of the World Wrestling Federation. Like, Bruno Sammartino was the original champion. He was champion for 6 years. People had a meltdown when he lost the title to Dino Bravo. Don't you also love SmackDown Shut Your Mouth? I have it. That's the game I've been playing on stream. That's like the game I've been playing mostly. I think that's one of the best games ever made. Who drafts Ty Simpson? Good question. Honestly, the more I look at it, all these teams getting quarterbacks, it might be the Jets, like late. I think the Jets might be getting lucky that all these teams are getting these quarterbacks because, I mean, the Jets need a quarterback too. It's going to suck when it ends up being like Geno Smith, but, maybe the Jets take him in like the second round. I'd be okay with that. I don't want the Jets taking Ty Simpson with a first round pick. I don't think it's worth it. You want to take him late and try to develop him, like see if he turns into something, fine by me. I'm going to guess the Jets. I'm going to guess that Ty Simpson ends up on the Jets. The Jets have so many picks coming up this year. We'll see. I think Ty Simpson's going to fall. I think he's going to, like, drop like crazy. Remember Major League with Ken Griffey Jr.? Yeah, like the Ken Griffey Jr. baseball or whatever. I never played that game, but I know people that swear by it. Jets just signed a great defensive player, Demario Davis. I love Demario Davis. He was a Jet originally, but he's old, man. He's up there in age. I think he's good to be like a captain of the defense, kind of like a Minka Fitzpatrick type. Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. His fucking the trans version of Ken. Yeah, no, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball. I've always heard it was a great game. The Madden games, you know what, Vic? My favorite Madden game was either 2005 or 07. 07 was cool because you could play career mode as a kicker. I thought that was the sickest thing ever. I should do that on stream. Is Justin Fields starting? Probably not. So I hated seeing him leave the Saints. Yeah, I hated when he left the Jets the first time. He was so good with the Jets his first time around. I'm glad he's coming back though. I think the Jets have done good in free agency. There's no quarterbacks out there for them to grab. Like, the defense was a big problem. They got these weapons on offense. They just need to find somebody to throw the football to them. Like, and I don't know. I don't think the Jets are gonna be any good next year anyway. Football transactions like crazy this year. Nah, this week, dude. Today, excuse me. Yeah, they moved today. They were absolutely. It was a crazy, an absolutely crazy day of transactions. Like you said, that's exactly what you. I'm trying to get the words out. Signed Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray. It seems like he's going to end up in Minnesota. But honestly, at this point, for the vibes, I'd be okay with it. Fuck it. Let's get Kyler Murray. Let's see what happens. Who cares? True. I'm a diehard Bills fan. Yeah. Ever play Wii bowling years ago? I played it like one time. I was not very good at it. I never had a Wii. Kyler Murray would be like a funny thing at this point, like, because he's gonna get the league minimum. You might as well take a shot on him. Who knows? Like, I don't think it's gonna be good, but fuck it, why not? For the vibes, get Kyler Murray in here. Let's let him be like a Call of Duty pro. Let him run around his little ass. I'm all for it at this point. Just Jim Kelly days. Nice. Yeah, that's a little bit before my time, but dude, I don't know how you guys did it. Like, being a Bills fan, going to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row, Like, you got to think, like, after like the first two, it's like, all right, it's finally our time. Like, awful. I mean, who are you waiting for? Arch Manning? I mean, no, but I don't think Ty Simpson's very good, Nate. Like, I'm not high on Ty Simpson at all. I think I'd probably prefer to wait a year. I think the quarterbacks this year after Fernando Mendoza are just not very good. I'm not sold on any of them. I think Ty Simpson is not good at all. Yeah, I'm not sold on anybody. I think the Jets could take a shot on him, but I think the quarterback class next year is going to be far better. Like, it is solid. Yeah, it's a good quarterback class next year where, the Jets have 3 first-round picks next year. They're bound to get one of them. I'm not big on tanking. My top five for Mount Rushmore: Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels. See, like Derek, you were saying WWE. I probably should have had Shawn Michaels on there. I think that probably is an omission that I admit is probably wrong. But again, Shawn Michaels, like, his runs were like, as good as he was, the runs weren't that long. And like, I looked at the guys who like really carried the companies, like, the John Cena's, the Undertakers, like, Stone Cold. I don't know, like, it's hard for me. But I don't think it's a bad list, Eric. I think Ric Flair is an omission that a lot of people make, and Ric Flair, like, if you told me like pro wrestling Mount Rushmore and not just WWE, Ric Flair is 100% on that, without a doubt. Please don't. The Bills blew their only shot. There's a clear path. No Mahomes, no Burrow in the running. Favorite Royd Monster baseball player? Favorite Royd Monster is a great question. I think that's a good question because, like, listen, I could say Barry Bonds, but I don't consider him a roid monster. I consider, like, Mark McGwire was like a fucking roid monster, where like that guy went out there and like he would beat the shit out of you if you like stole his fucking Budweiser, and like, he just hit 900-foot home runs. Like, that's a guy that to me was a roid monster, was Mark McGwire. Like more so than Barry Bonds. Canseco too. Jose Canseco's a good version of that. Like, guys who are just massive, like Albert Bell, roid monster. Like, guys like that. Like, I don't consider Barry Bonds that because I think it's different. Sosa's a good one too, but I think Mark McGwire was the ultimate. Like, yeah, there's something. This guy's eating like 2 bowls of Wheaties this morning, and it actually was steroids. Like that. That's how I looked at Mark McGwire. But all right, guys, I gotta hit the hay tonight. I'm losing my voice. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm getting a new car. I'll update you on that. I'm fired up. I'll see you guys.